2. He's going to go for the knock, goes for the roll now, and he's spotted Sivio. Looks for the clip, but he's not going to be able to get it. Jumps out instead, but goes down.
Moving forward, trying to get a better position using the smoke's advantage. Drives straight in.
Out instead, but goes down. Now it's just Portal alive. Poor Soul in a 1v1, but he cannot do it.
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan group stages. And today is day number 4. We had a two-day break. Teams had a 2-day break, but now we are back. So my name is Warren Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, who was going crazy a couple of seconds ago.
You know it.
He is excited.
You
So am
know
I.
it. You know it. Team Bablu is back today,
Yeah.
so we are in for some amazing games. We would like to see if there's any team that just steps up better than Team Bablu, maybe, but I don't think so. I don't know so. There's no chance because that team.
Yeah, probably, because I have been talking to a lot of people, and you know what the people want? The people want Bablu versus Fime.
Exactly, like I saw the chats as well in my
Yeah.
DMs. I mean, you guys have had a lower thirds. We have seen that. So in my DMs also there were some people going on that we want to see those fights. But then let's just have a look at where Team Bablu is right now and if they are gonna climb up, because they are on the third 116. The first team RNG is at 145. No problem. Team Bablu, one match for you. I think so. Team Envy is out there on the second position. Portal Esports on the fourth position. Team VFX Oxy on the fifth. Nexus Team on the sixth. Low Esports on the seventh. And Team TUF is out there on the 8th for now. Let's see where the teams actually
And
go.
Bablu is the only team in the top 8 that has played 4 games. Moving on, it's going to be North Esports on the 9th, Rogue Nation on the 10th, Gaming Hub on the 11th. Gaming Hub also being there with just 4 games played. Moving on, Arkadians on the 12th, RSxTeamx on the 13th. Fime is on the 14th position with 4 games played as well, so they can climb up. HTeamXRange can climb up, who are on the 15th position. Team HFD on that 16th spot for now. Moving on to the third quarter of the standings, let's have a look over there, where R3D Esports are on the 17th with 4 games played. Team BTK on the 18th position. The Real TG is on the 19th. Blacklist 2 is on the 20th position. Freestyle is on the 21st. The Stars on the 22nd. Team HR on the 23rd. And DFUZeOfficial on the 24th position. 4 games played for the teams from 21 to 24. So they will have the opportunity to climb. But moving on, one team that is stuck in a bad spot. It's going to be HTeamXRange with 7 games. 25th position. So they are running out of time. They are running out of games now. FTF Esports 26th position. Team H2E 27th. KPK Gaming 28th. FalaQ is going to be on the 29th. 247 Gaming on the 38th spot for now. And F2D Esports 31st. Team Aqua is going to be dead last on the 32nd.
I mean, this is the danger zone, the red zone as we like to call it, the red zone with the blue circle, and you don't have the heals. That is what the final teams are. But they are there because of the points. The teams that have enough points, they are on the top. The teams that don't have, they are on the bottom. And these are the points distribution. As you guys know, the first position gives you 20, the second gives you 14, then 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 till 11 to 16. It's 1 points each. And after that, we have 1 kill, 1 point. The thing that actually makes a lot of difference when you talk about the gameplays, the strategies, and obviously we have a team as well that takes an incredible amount of stuff. That is 20 kills, 18 kills, and all those. And talking about the games, we will be having Erangel, Vikendi, Miramar, Erangel. So previously, if you guys remember, when Team Bablu played, Miramar was the only match in which they lacked their gameplay. Other than that, I mean, Erangel was theirs, Vikendi might be theirs, we'll have to see.
Yeah, and Miramar, they lagged the situation because I think they got a little bit overconfident, dove into 3 teams fighting together, and with a car there too, they made so much noise coming in. So getting out of there would have just been a miracle for them. So that was an upset. Other than that, 3 chicken dinners in one day. Erangel they took to their name, Sanok they conquered, and then Erangel again they conquered. So Erangel, Vikendi, Miramar. Erangel, Vikendi is going to be a switch of pace. Let's have a look at the teams that are going to be playing. Freestyle, 2XOfficial, Team H2E, R3D Esports, Team Bablu, DFUZeOfficial, Team Aqua, and FalaQ representing Group B. And this is also a pretty strong group because 2XOfficial, Diffuse is going to look to conquer and make this day theirs as well. And what can I say about Bablu? They have just been dominating the entire competition. But moving on to Group C, another interesting thing is gonna happen because here you have Gaming Hub, here you have KPK Gaming. Okay, so I get this. KPK Gaming, they are not doing that well right now, but there was a time that this team was considered one of the strongest teams in Pakistan, and I think they will be looking to prove that point once again. And FIME, one of the teams that have been performing really well, and as we said earlier, it is the people's demand. That is what they want right now. FIME going up against Bablu, and I think in one of the 4 matches we will definitely get to see that.
I mean, we are less than 30 seconds away from the game to start, and if we go by the chat, I mean, obviously you guys will be chanting either FIME or Bablu, or FIME versus Bablu, or Bablu versus FIME, depending on what name do you want first.
Or any other team you guys want to cheer for. KPK Gaming, Gaming Hub,
just
R3D Esports.
Go for it. Just go for it. Spread positivity. Spread that, the sense of good game. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be in the first game out there. As you can see, from Query to Severny, good areas are going to be on your way. You can go to Pochinki, School, Rozok, Georgopol, 3 areas of Georgopol. Yasna, you want to glide, you can glide to that. That's going to be just less than, 1300 meters from the flight path. Shalba is going to be a good area. Severny is going to be out there. If you want to, you can head up to Zaki as well. But then Primos, and I would want to see which team goes to military base and what is going to happen as players have started. You can see stars are going towards the area that is behind the Query area, the shore area. That's where the team is going. FIME has started dropping as they are team number 20 on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. FIME, Motu, FIME, Flicker on your screen. 2X is going to a very fair-ish drop. Let's see where the teams actually head up and where the circle begins from.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see where these teams are gonna go, because as we see, FIME is heading towards that bridge area near that military bridge, and they will probably look to rotate towards the military base. On the other side, teams that land toward Nova, teams that want Milta, teams that want Lipovka, Kamishki, for them it is gonna be a bit of trouble, but nothing can be said before we actually see the circle form up and see where the zone is going to be, because the play zone is going to decide if the teams in the military base are going to be safe or not. And in a couple of seconds, that is exactly what's going to happen, since now where the plane's trajectory was, that area has been vacated, and it's a northern circle over Severny, over the shooting range. And so Rozok, School, they are going to be pretty much safe areas. Ruins is going to be safe. Georgopol Containers, Georgopol City is going to be safe. Yasna Poliana, once again, a safe location. And there are a couple of teams over there, in fact. And as I was saying, FIME, they have taken control of those small little compounds that are there on the northern side of the military bridge. And we have to see how this is going to work out for them. But another interesting thing, there is one isolated player from the side of Diffuse, I think. Insane is there present with the squad of FIME, and he can actually be in a little bit of trouble. And 2XOfficial as well, going for a split, a 4-man split. But moving over towards the Georgopol Containers, Team HR, they have spotted out the players from the side of KPK, Blaze and the lads. They have to be careful this time around. Containers being contested by 2 different teams. Which one is going to come out on top in this early skirmish?
I will have to see what happens in the fights. As you can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, where are the players out there. As you can see, all the areas are being occupied except military base. Like, people have refused to drop in that military base area whatsoever. Nova Repnoi not in the equation. Milta not in the equation. But I think, as you can see, team number 16, GH, they are just going out there to Milta Power or Milta probably. That's going to be one of the things. But then northern area has been occupied by just one team as of now. That's FTF Esports. They are in Severny. Other than that, Giorgio area has a good cluster, and Bablu Oh my god, Bablu, I want to see what their loot is for now, as I saw Bablu Pikachu and Bablu Tyrant has as a level 1 US, as we like to call it, for themselves, Ghost, Nani and Pikachu. So there's one more player in Bablu squad. When you see the squad roster list, that's Zameen. Yeah, he hasn't shown any gameplay yet, but to be honest, talking about him, I think if he comes, there's going to be another hellfire just raining over, because I mean...
that's the thing. I have seen Zameen play, and I know that what you are saying is actually true. Because Zameen was one of the best players. Like, he has been one of the best players in the scene ever since I started watching him. And there are certain situations wherein a player, they are like, alright, I can't compete for now, I need subs. And Bablu somehow managed to get in new people inside their team, and still it is the same. It looks like the same team. They used to be aggressive the last time. I mean, I showed you the clips of their gameplay. They were rushing people inside houses back then. They are rushing people inside houses now, and it is just scary when this team comes toward you. But once again, that was day 1. Today is going to be a new day. It's going to be a fresh start. And is any of these 15 teams that are playing, is any of them going to take that crown away from Bablu? Are they going to challenge
look at
him?
this, look at this. First
the kill
blood.
feed goes as H2E Failure is going to get the first blood.
That was impressive, as FS's players. Malik has dropped down right now. Dread moving in forward. 11 bullets, needs to reload, otherwise the AKM can do the job. The gun that is behind him, but then look at Kashuf. He has a good gun. 2xRange takes on Fime Motu. Fime in a bit of trouble right now as they lose one of their players in the early stages. What's going to happen after this? Are they going to play passive, or are they going to be more aggressive? FS Baba also goes down as Old Boy takes the fight in his hands. Futrutsu is remaining. Kashuf is remaining. What's going to happen? H2 Esports moving in forward. Kashuf, players are really close to him. Right next to him, right behind that wall. And that's going to do some damage, as GamerX has had some shots from his side. And Kashuf with that AK and Proteus bullets. The player has dropped in, and it's going to be end of one of the players as well. But Kashuf also goes down. Just one player remaining. Futrutsu. But Dread has taken the damage, has dealt the damage. Right now, Futrutsu, he has been spotted by the other direction as well. I think Failure can actually do a good rotation out there. But 2x Virus, what is happening? Fime Khan also goes down. 2 players of Fime are down. Fime, a big name, a fan favorite team. Are they going to have an early exit? Look at this. Virus has just gone to a fist fight, and he just ended Fime Khan in an impressive turn of events out there. What is just happening? FS Baba on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. He was taken down. He has revived himself, had a first aid, just put it to better use right now. But Failure, he has this upper ground advantage in Pochinki. Can he pull off a 1v3 right now?
Yeah, can he do this? On the other side, H2E Failure. He has the players. The thing about this fight is going to be that he is going to have an advantage. Dread comes from a wraparound as Baba was trying to climb up on the roof, and Dread is going to drop that player right in the balcony. And the other players from the side of H2E, they are going to come charging in. Failure. He's going to get inside the house from that really good jump on the window. Is going to climb in. Now goes in for the finish. Finds the player hiding in the bedroom. Is waiting for him. But with that, MK14 is going to finish the man off. Now FS Freestyle, they are in trouble. Malik is the only man in those houses, and he is hiding for his life. But in these games, anything can happen, anything can go wrong. If Malik plays this one perfectly, if he can force the team of H2E to deliver to him separate 1v1s, he can actually take these fights. And his teammate is there as well, as GamerX was dropped down from the side of H2E, and these 2 players who are left standing for the side of H2E, can they clutch this one out? 2 versus 4 situation in the early game, or are we going to see one team being wiped out within the first 10 minutes of this first game of day number 4? What is going to happen? Only time will tell.
Yes, the grenade from Dread, but Grenade is not going to do anything as out there. That was bad. You can see H2 Dread has been taken down as FS Malik comes into the equation. TPP gameplay coming in, but he would like to finish the players. Yes, you can do that. Have your kill for yourself, and after that, loot the crate. Exactly. That's the thing that I was talking about. And I think this player has a K9 alongside a Scarl now. That's a good combination to use. But then do they have enough bullets? No, will the bullets just do the work? Pochinki in the early stages becoming a a massive battleground to fight at. This was not expected. Malik, one grenade from Malik can actually turn anything from in the game right now, but the players have left those areas. Bablu Dani on the screen for a second. They are also ready for a fight, and I think they are on neck to neck with Star. And if Bablu Dani makes an opening, I think all the three players from Team Bablu are gonna capitalize and gonna take those kills for themselves. But then look at this. All right, HR Trend has taken the players from R3D on their side. R3D's players are falling apart. R3D has lost 3 players in the early stage. That is something, and I think this is looking really bad as R3D. Oh my god, 3 kills coming on HR's gameplay, and R3D just lost 3 players in a hint of second. That was something, but look at this. H2E players are moving in forward, and 1 HP for Malik, just surviving by 1 magic pixel of HP out there. Can they survive for any longer, or will they be contested as Futrutsu is trying to give the adequate cover if they can? Malik with just 1 HP right now using bandages has a proper TPP advantage, but can they or can they not survive this fight? Because between these 2 players, there's an open road.
There is an open road, so Malik can't go in the other way, but he's going to be caught out by failure. Malik is going to be taken down, and Malik is going to be finished, and that is just going to leave the last player from the side of Freestylers, Futrutsu, to run for his life. He can't fight this one anymore. 2 versus 4 was still winnable, and the way these 2 sustained this fight for so long, it was commendable, but that is going to be all they can do, as Freestyle is going to be the first team that is kicked out by H2E, who actually managed to get 3 kills for themselves. And with that, the first airdrop is going to come in with the M249, the level 3 armor, the level 3 helmet, and the level 3 backpack. And as this game proceeds, another team that's going to be in a bit of trouble, it's going to be DFUZe, because they were on that military base island, and now using that Novo bridge, they are going to be closing the gap, moving towards the play zone, but they are still going to be in some bit of trouble as the play zone is quite far away from them, and they will be taking damages. So the healing utility is going to be used, and if you are just wasting your healing utility on fighting the blue zone, then you won't have anything to sustain after the fights. GH Knight is barely now going to make it into the play zone, is going to heal up, has a good amount of heal.
Should be using a medkit right now. Should be using a medkit right now. 1 medkit can actually do the job. And apart from that, I mean, you can, just move in. Like, you are wasting...
Look, KMD, I think he might go down.
He might, but I don't think so, because they have a vehicle. They can just take the fight against the circle and once again move into the next circle. DFUZe insane on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, players are there are two, three kinds of fights. Fights against the players, fights against the circle, fights against the red circle, fights against sometimes if your own teammate pops up a grenade in front of you. So those things happen out there. But look at this, KPK versus Aqua. This is happening at one area as well. As you can see on your kill feed, the KPK and Aqua, those names were dancing around. So that means the players are just playing their end of gameplay in the Georgia Bowl area. As Eraser was out there, Viper needs a revive, but then so does one player from Aqua as well. Viper is being shot at and he will be taken down as Aqua is taking the good fights. And KPK Eraser, what is he doing? He is being shot at and he's just sitting out there with a scope in. Why? He's not even moving, and he had one shot on himself, but then all the other players of Aqua also just changed their location for some reason. I think they want a safer area as there's a second circle right now, but then they need to move inside the zone as well, as the zone has shifted. And after this, after 12 minutes, after 14 minutes, the circle is going to shift once again, and we'll be seeing the third circle. But for now, the second circle, apartments have an area where you can find AUG and level 3 stuff for yourself.
Yeah, a lot of good loot is going to come in, but Aqua once again is going to be in trouble as Fandy is going to be outside in the blue zone. The person needs to move in, and closing in from that Georgia Pole area, I think you should head over straight to Rozok, from where if the circle closes in towards the northern island, you can rotate there, and if it stays on the main island, then you can stay there as well. H2E, they are still on that northern side of Pochinki, and in the next circle is when they will have to move, unless it is right on top of them. The probability of which is going to be really, really low. But on the other side, Bablu is heading towards the play area where most people are concentrated, and Bablu is going to be in the circle, so it's going to be HR, FTF, Star, they are going to make their way in. Fime is there as well. GH, they are right on the edge of the circle, and as soon as Bablu go in, you know what is going to happen. The shots are going to start blasting everywhere. The fights are coming in as HR, they spot a couple of players in the distance, and it is the players from Star who were heading from the northern side of this map. But the fight is yet to come.
Look at this. Tyrant moving in forward right now. One player from Aqua takes a fight against KPK, and Eraser has been erased from the server. This incredible strategies by these guys. You cannot, like, if you need to move in forward, you need to put a smoke on their area as Rizes are going to be there. Bablu goes taking some damage, but look at this. 3 players moving in forward. Ghost on the downside. Dani takes on one grenade, but comes in, and that would be a bad grenade as Lala takes on Bablu Dani, but then finishes Bablu Dani as well. Pikachu on 1 HP takes down 1, takes down 2, and they just eliminate 3 players out there, but that was really bad for them as Pikachu is out there, but then Ghost also needs a revive. Grenades are coming in from Rams as well. Will it be Bablu's game or not? That is something out there. We'll have to see. Bablu Pikachu is on 75% health. Tyrant on the other side taking the fights of the outer areas. Pikachu, revivals are coming in, and that thanks to Tyrant smoke, they are in a good situation right now. F2D Esports gets eliminated on the 15. We are down to 44 players and 14 teams right now. And alright, this was the level of scariness that Bablu had on them. They just blasted a car so that they cannot come on that area. The level.
They locked themselves in there.
Yeah, they locked themselves in there because they were scared of a team that was jumping on them.
And here is the thing. Bablu, the entire squad, Tyrant was left behind. They charged in 3 versus 4. Pikachu cooking up that nade. If this lands, this is going to be the brutalest kill in this game. But talking about being brutal, R3D Anubis, the only man for his squad. Wait, what just happened? He's going to get the kill for free. The kill being handed over. GH, 1 member down, and the car is in front of the door, so that is going to be locked down. Now they can just throw in a nade and finish him off. But once again, Anubis, are you going to survive this one? They charge, and once again, Adil is in there, and Adil is going to make sure that R3D Esports are not going to go anywhere any further. Pikachu, he's trying to climb the door. Ghost, he is going to follow soon. FTF Esports, you need to be careful. You are going to be in trouble now as the nades are coming in from the distance. Pikachu, he's going to throw a smoke in the back to protect himself from any crossfires, any third parties that come in and catch him off guard. Pikachu, he's trying to take this fight. Tyrant joins as well. And what I was saying earlier, Bablu, the level of confidence to charge in 3 versus 4 and the level of respect they command from the other team, that FTF the players actually turned their backs and were about to jump out of the balcony, just about to run away from them. And that is how Bablu caught them off guard. They just ran in towards the first floor, did not care about anything. Oh man, this team is just scary.
I mean, that is like totally true out there, but then the third airdrop is right around the corner for HR. Playzone takes up KPK Blaze as they were taking the fights in Georgopol area. What's gonna happen? But I think Bablu, are they gonna be engaging in more fights? Because Bablu right now, where they are, the circle is not there, along their side, but Pikachu is trying to go for the trace spray on the other squad. But as of now, I think they are making a wiser choice, just moving inside the circle as they are. Look at this. Did you just see one thing what Pikachu did? He had a DP in his hand, he has a barrel in the other hand. He first reloads his DP, then switches to barrel and drives the car, because a driver needs to have the best vehicle that he can keep, best gun that he can keep while driving the vehicle. So that is the presence of mind with which this squad actually plays, and that's one thing that is actually enjoyable to see. Now Tyrant is the driver for the team, and we'll see, because they are in the zone right now. They are inside the circle. The fourth circle, they know that rotation inside the circle is gonna be a crucial one, and that's what they are taking. Removing those 4 kills, like they had to take 2 kills fight, but right now you can see drop shot comes in as Pikachu takes 1 person down, but then Ghost has been taken down as well, but sparing no time, he just finishes them. A low toss smoke comes in. A really good scenario by him, but Pikachu has spotted a person on his longer right side as there is FalaQ Wizard out there, but FalaQ Wizard, I don't think so they're going to go for a third party, but Pikachu, if he spots them, that's going to be something. The smokes are coming in. Look at this. Star really close to defuse Hani on your screen. Defuse Hani just diffuses from the other side, goes to the other side. Star Monster has been taken on by FTF Rams, and FTM Rams still trying to spot the players where they can, and FalaQ on the screen and Wizard, they were so close to defuse. But look at this, Bablu is taking a fight in the open. open fight for the team, and yet they are going for it. That is just incredibly amazing by this team. They are waiting for the players to spot to stop out there, and Alian has been spotted, but then so is Ghost. As Ghost goes down in the fight, Bablu goes taken down by 2x Sergeant. Is this gonna be the end of Bablu, as they are being contested by 4 different directions? Yet 2 players ready for fight. DFUZeOfficial has been taken down as HR Snaker goes for the fight. 247 Gaming takes down KBK, and that will be the end of KBK Gaming as the fights are happening. 36 players alive, 12 teams surviving. Which team is gonna come up on top? That is my question, as Tyrant is being spotted out. Sergeant is taking the fight. Bablu Pikachu takes down the player. Bablu also goes down. Pikachu needs a revive. Tyrant is the lone survivor, and if that car blast happens, that is going to deal the damage to Tyrant as he is down to 50 HP. What's going to happen is a question, because one final player from Bablu, and there is a squad of Aqua as well that is going to rush in through the ridge area. Which player is going to be the game changer out here? Which player is going to be the one that makes Bablu exit this server right now in this stage? What's going to happen? He is moving in. He's going in. Can he go for a smoke right now? A smoke will be needed. Does he have one? Is he going for a revive? That's my question. Gaming Up gets eliminated on the 12th. A big name as well gets eliminated out there, and I think a revive can come in. But Alian, his level, his flank is incredible out there. Team H3 gets eliminated as well. 10 teams surviving, 30 players alive. Can a team pull off a miracle out here? That's my question.
Yeah, the miracle is definitely going to be required, and what Bablu just did, that could have either been the best play of this tournament or the worst, and I think it has turned out for the worst. But in a moment, they get up as Pikachu is going to be revived, and as soon as he gets up, he is going to start raining hell on the players of 2x, who were the reason that Ghost from the side of Bablu, he is not going to be part of this tournament. Pikachu, he has been revived. The health is there, 75%, 2 versus 4 situation, and the players from the side of 2x, they are spread out. HTeamXRange, once again, another veteran team. So this is gonna be experience versus experience. Bablu versus 2xOfficial, a fight that I have seen number of times now, and this is gonna be interesting. On the other side, Fime is gonna go in, and FalaQ is gonna be the team that are in their crosses, and Speculate is gonna be taken out. But can it be stolen? I don't think so. Was it stolen?
Yes, it has been stolen. That is just gonna make Fime more angry out there. But look at this, HR Adnan just going for FTF. Esports gets eliminated on 98 team remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 22 players surviving. Bablu still in the fight, and DFUZeOfficial was out there, but they will be shot at from the other direction. They know that there's a player, there's a team 247 right in front of them. They have spotted them, but are they going to take the shots? Yes, they are going to take the shot. Defuse insane actually goes on. Bablu Pikachu goes down as 2x Alian takes the fight as well. It's just one player, Tyrant. Alian has gone down as well. Tyrant is taking all the fights from all the directions. What's gonna happen? What is gonna change the game for Team Bablu right now? Tyrant is taking fights on the other side, drops one player. DFUZeOfficial gets eliminated out there, but out here, if I'm not wrong, 247 Najib, yes, he goes down, and look at Bablu Tyrant. He has been spotted. 1 HP for Tyrant. Bablu gets eliminated on the 7th position. That just happened out here with 5 kills. Where is it gonna place this team? Will there be a comeback from this team? Coming back to the game right now. 2x Sergeant on screen, ladies and gentlemen, going through the open. Was spotted, was shot at, but right now just makes it to safety. Barely makes it to safety, needs to make it in the zone as well. Aqua's players, they are trying to spot the players from Fime. Fime, once again, a team in danger right now. Sneak on low HP, flicker inside the water. 2x Virus goes down. 247 Gaming, he is on a domination as with a grenade. He just goes on. Fime flicker has been taken on. Fime Sneak is the last man surviving from Team Fime. A bridge is changing everything for this team right now. 2xOfficial gets eliminated on 6th position and 9 kills for the team. That's impressive by a team, and Fime with 3 kills in their hands, 1 person surviving. What's gonna happen? 2 bridges in the zone. Fime gets eliminated. 4 teams remaining. 12 players just surviving. Grenades coming in and going out. What's gonna happen as a grenade? If it just pops out, it's gonna do a lot of damage. You can see grenades in and out, in and out. Punjab's health is so low right now. Molotovs are the new meta, as grenades are also coming into the equation. Which player Which player is going to change everything? That's one of the questions that I have right now.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a question. 247, two players being taken out with one nade from Snake. It was an amazing one, but HR, they have to be careful as well, as now they are going to be forced on the back foot. Now, the bridge is the only thing that's separating these two teams down to the top 4, 12 players in total, 8 of which are in front of us. So, it's going to be FalaQ with just one player, HR with 4, 247 with 4, out of which 2 are knocked down. Now, 1 is knocked down because the third one did get a revive. Aqua is there with 3 players as well. And Team Aqua, they're not doing so good in this tournament. So, them getting a chicken dinner in this game and them having a good performance today, it is going to be pretty important to them. On the other side, as Ocean was saying, it was a huge upset, Bablu getting eliminated. But the way they were playing, it felt different from earlier on, because this time they just charged in. Earlier it was one knock at least coming in and then they would charge in. This time they just drove the car, rammed it into a house and lost Danny, their entry fragger. With that, FalaQ is also going to take an exit. And look at this, Bablu, even though they exited the game so early on, are still managing to stay on the 5th in the number of points that they have. And I think they are definitely going to have a good enough standing for themselves even after a bad game. And the next games, this was just the first one. We still have 3 more after this one, so those ones could be theirs. But now let's talk about the teams that are still alive in this one. 247 Gaming, Aqua and HR. None of these teams are the ones that you would have expected to be in the final fight. 4 versus 4 versus 3 situation. Aqua, they are going to be in a tough situation as they are the only one who are isolated. Or that can actually work out for them since they don't have to deal with the pressure of fighting another squad that's in front of them. And now Team HR, they have the airdrop right behind them, but we have to see, are they going to go for it? Are they not going to go for it? Fatty Dick takes some damage, is going to heal up. His armor is gone. His helmet is sitting at 50% damage. On the other side, the other player from the side of Team Aqua is still pretty healthy. Snaker, he has everything he wants to take this one, except I think they need the utilities. Or have they wasted all of them? Have they wasted all their smokes and all their nades on just creating damage and not kept anything for the later stages? Because now it would have actually been important to use a smoke to actually make the rotation or find a flank towards the enemy's team and wipe them out. 247 Gaming once again, 247 and HR separated by the asphalt as Adnan is going to peek over the rock and get a knock for his team. 247, they are going to be in trouble, but not so much because HR still not charging and they are waiting this out. They are being patient, but where is the patience going to take you if the circle is not going to be in your favor? And now HR, they are forced to take the action. Another one going down. Gaming from the side of 247 is going to be taken out. 2 versus 4 situation, but 2 versus 3 just because Team HR, one of theirs did go down as well. Snaker was taken out. The other 2 players, they are going for a 2-2 fight.
That is just impressive from their sides. One of the players can actually, rotate from the other direction by smoking in through the end of the bridge and just go in, charge in on 247 Gaming. Otherwise, they don't have a chance in the zone right now. Aqua has made inside the circle, and yes, Adnan is moving in. He's doing the stuff, the thing that was just supposed to be done. That is the one thing he's doing. Najib goes down. 247 Gaming in a bit of trouble right now. Gaming, as you can see, players are moving in towards him. He's on 1 HP. Not anymore. Adnan with that Rosa is doing damage. The damage that was supposed to be done. Switches to Scarlet, takes down 1, takes down 2, and that is going to be the end. The end of 247 Gaming on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 kills for themselves, but now it's a final fight as HR is taking the fight. They have taken down Aqua's 1 player. They are destined to finish him. Right now, Snaker with that mini 14. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna take? As HR is also going down. It's down to 1 player. 1 final player. 1 versus grenade comes in and it just ends everything as Team Aqua's $1 million grenade just changes each and everything for the team.
Yeah.
9
kills in
grenade,
total.
4 kills.
Well, if you are going to be grouped together, you need to be careful about that. And we have talked about this as well. Staying together in certain situations, like in close compounds, landing those nades is pretty easy. But this time, out in the open, the nade had to be perfectly cooked and perfectly timed according to the distance. And perfectly thrown as well, which it was, ending an entire squad in a blink of an eye. And Aqua just getting that important chicken dinner that they needed.
friends who stay together slay together. That's all
Yeah.
that you can say. But then let's just have a look at the MVP for this team, for this game as well. Aqua Faddy, 4 kills, 600 dot damage, 24 minutes of survival time, and 8.6 kilometers of distance covered. I think this team is ready for a comeback, and their comeback day has just started, because this chicken dinner, it actually shows that the team is performing at an impressive rate right now.
Yeah, definitely. The team was impressive in this game, but once again, we'll have to look at the standings for this game, the number of points that they earned, and then add them to the overall standings till now, and see how much does this affect that. Because once again, need to be in the top 24 to make it to the semi-finals, from where you will need to be in the top 16 to play in the finals. So for this game, let's just have a look at the top 5 players and see how they did, how was their performance. Because HRSnaker is going to be the first with 7 kills, 1290 damage. 247 mount is going to be there on the second, 5 kills as well. Third position being taken by another player from the side of HI. It's going to be Trinda with 4 kills, 786 damage. Fourth position, Aqua Faddy, 4 kills, 600 damage. Fifth position, it's going to be Aqua Hamza, 4 kills, 502 damage for the guy. And a lot of new names basically coming into the top 5 players for the first time. And once again, so all the big names in this game fell apart, all of them. Fime was taken out earlier, Bablu was taken out earlier, GH went out quite early, and so did HTeamXRange. But it was the new teams, it was the new names, the new faces who stepped up big. And Aqua, the advantage that they had was that they were ignored in that final fight. They were all alone, and plus the fact that the circle was on them as well. So they actually planned it out quite patiently.
They just moved into circle while the other teams were fighting with each other. Like HR was out there, and they were fighting against 247. So that actually gave them a chance. But then let's see how much points did Aqua get of that final fight, and where is this team that stood second is coming? Because yeah, exactly, 2-point difference between Aqua and HR. This 2-point difference would have been otherwise if HR had 20 points of their position, if they had their position first. But then as of now, on the third is 247 Gaming. 2xOfficial on the fourth, and Team Bablu with 10 points in this game, 5 for placement, 5 for kills. They are out there. Team 5, on the other hand, had 7 placement points, but then the kills was one department where they kind of lagged. And look at this. Alright, so we have casted South Asia matches, and in that
7 kills as well.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like a fusion between both of them. Yeah, it is definitely.
To have 0 kills or less amount of kills, and they always used to come to 7th position. Yesterday, that thing happened, and same thing.
There is 11 kills as well.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like a fusion between both of them. Yeah, it is definitely a good day. And one thing that was not good was actually Bablu being taken out earlier on. But still, since they had a lot of kills, they are going to get 10 points for themselves as well. But 10, is that going to be enough? Because look at this. The drop is like massive, 29 to 10. The initial drop, HR and Aqua, it's not that much, but from there on out, from the third position onwards, the drop becomes really big. 6-point drop coming into the fourth, and then a 5-point drop additional as well.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next set of 8, it's going to be FTF Esports on the 9. DFUZeOfficial, another big name, another upset, but the performance, they have to step it up in this tournament. So we are going to have to wait and see how DFUZeOfficial play the rest of their games out. 10th position for now. Gaming Hub was taken out on 11th. R3D Esports on the 12th. Freestyle on the 13th. The Stars on the 14th. KPK Gaming on the 15th. F2D Esports on the 16th position for now.
I mean, as of now, these were the positions out there. But then, all right, so Fime and Bablu, they kind of dropped a little in this one.
Yeah.
But then one thing is that there are still 3 games remaining. Like, we may be in for a treat, like back-to-back 3 chicken dinners once again.
Oh, yeah.
It might happen, but as of now, Aqua did an impressive work. I would want to see like where the overall standings take them, where it takes them in the overall standings, and at the end of the day, if they keep on up with the consistent work, where does it land them? Because they were at a downward mark when the day started, and in the overall standings, but then they actually went up. So let's just have a look at the overall standings, as which team has had its plus and which team had their minuses, because as of now, all right, in the first 8, is there no change?
I think so. There
There
is
is no
change.
change. That is just impressive. Like RNG is still on first, and is still on. Like the points just changed for Team Bablu. Other
Yeah.
than that, there's no change.
The points
out there.
changed and the 4 became a 5 in matches played. So let's just
That's-
move on.
that's a
Let's
good
skip
change.
this. Let's skip
Let's
this.
skip this.
Yeah, and see. Okay, Fime climbed up. Even after a bad game, they make their way into the top 10. Gaming Up is still gonna be 11th. And 2XOfficial, even they climb up. So the teams with just 5 games played, they are obviously going to climb up because the differences in points, it's not that big. Like, look at this. 9th position, sitting at 66. And Team HR, the team that's on 16th, is just sitting at 52 points. They still have 3 more games to go. So these 3 teams are definitely going to go up over here. But moving on, it's going to be 17 to 24. 247 Gaming make it into the top 24. Team Aqua make it into the top 24. They are 22nd. 247 is going to be 24th for now. And Freestyle, they dropped their ranking. R3D Esports also dropped down as well. And Freestyle, they are going to be in a bit of trouble because if they have another bad game and the teams below them, if they have a good one, then Freestyle is going to be out of the top 24 for now. So they need to step it up and they need to focus on their performance.
Exactly. So after this, the area where we talk about, like, 25 to 32.
Yeah.
That's going to be like one of the things, as some teams have had a good game in them, but as of now, all the teams that have had 5 games and all. So FTF Esports, they kind of started up good, but the fights and all that just happened out there. And after that, the Stars, DFUZeOfficial, HTeamXRange. So the thing is, there are still teams that have a chance to get out of this. What do we call it? In Hindi, we call it dal. They have to get out of this area because
Quicksand.
exactly. So they have to get out of this area, and if they fail, then as the matches proceed, they are going to be pushed away further from top 24 ranking. So that is just going to change a lot of things. For some teams, it's going to be a plus point, as the teams will be, because if a team just goes up, they are pushing other teams down. And the teams that are pushed down are going to be in a bad situation eventually. Like Aqua is starting to jump right now.
Yeah.
So
Aqua is definitely pushing up, but as we were talking about this, you need to push up with consistency. And that was just one game. We still have 3 more to go. So what do you guys think? Is Bablu going to step it up? Is Fime going to step it up? What is going to happen to GH? You can just spam it out in the chat. We'll be watching, but we'll be back after a short break. You guys just stay tuned and keep watching. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and we are just done with the first game that was played on Erangel. Moving on, the next is going to be Vikendi, and we call Vikendi the map of surprises, but Erangel turned out to be the map of surprises. Bablu got eliminated, Fime got eliminated, and Aqua, a team that was not doing so great, ended up getting 9 kills for themselves and the chicken dinner as well. And that too, playing with just 3 people in the squad.
And ended up with a bang, like a grenade just to end it all. So that was like one thing. But then, alright, so each and every one of you, our lovely viewers, has expectations from their favorite teams or the teams that they want to see rise up to, the next levels. So if anything, I mean, obviously, even after Bablu died or Fime died, people will still be saying, oh no, it doesn't matter. One game can be bad, but then teams will come back stronger. So we also still have the expectations from Team Bablu, from Team Fime, as Vikendi will have to see, like, what sort of gameplay does these players now give, because they have had one decent gameplay, but then they know how to rise up from those things.
And talking about, let's have a look at the damage dealers from the last game. The top 5 damage dealer, it was Snaker from HR, 1290 damage. Hydra, Trinda from HR as well, 796. So the difference between the first and the second position, that is just massive. Moving on, H2E Dread is going to be 643. Aqua Fatty is going to be on the 4th with 600 damage. And Shajid from RSxTeamx is going to be the 5th man in the top 5 damage dealers with 595 damage. And what I was saying earlier was, talking about Fime, one of the players that is loved by many, loved by most of our viewers, I think, was Predator, and he wasn't playing in the last game. So is he going to come back? And if he does come back, how much is the performance going to change for the side of Fime?
I mean, if he arrives back, that was such a DJ thing. If he arrives back, there's gonna be like one of the things that I would like to see, that how he shapes his team, because we have seen Fime do wonders out there, and we would like to see that happening. Meanwhile, talking about the teams like 247 Gaming, they had a good run. Gaming Hub got eliminated in the previous game as well. So I would like to see those teams also, just stepping up to the chart and either continuing the good games that they have been giving us, or giving even the better or the bestest games that they are capable of. Because like we say, each and every team, what they play, they push them towards their limits, and once they reach those limits, their limits actually increase even further. It's kind of a vision that each and every team has for themselves. And after this, because we have seen India Finals PMCO, this time we have seen South Asia Finals PMCO. Some incredible gameplay, some incredible 1v4s, incredible stuff has happened yesterday when we were talking and we were casting those matches. But now, for some teams out here in Pakistan region, wildcard regions, the regions that are happening right now, it's still just a start for some teams as well. Some teams want to make it to the big leagues, and I would want to see these names, the players the teams that I'm casting, the players that we are seeing in action, that once we see them on the pro league stage, world league stage, and we'll be just sitting out there on our screens, and we'll be saying, we know this guy from the start, we have seen what these people are capable of. So I mean, I would love to see that.
I would also love to see that, and add to the fact that the way these teams have been playing, expectations are that they can actually put up an amazing performance in the World League against teams against big names like Entity Gaming, against big names like Tempo Storm, against names like XQF, names you have heard, names you have watched for a while, names you see on YouTube, people you learn the game from.
That's totally true. And I mean, just spread positivity, because the competition at the end has the best stuff, that is that you get to learn something. I mean, play the game safe, obviously, and spread positivity, and stay hydrated. This is water.
stay hydrated. That is definitely water that Ocean is drinking right now.
What do you mean definitely? Like, this is water.
You have a habit of using empty cups as props.
I can pour the water on you just to show that it is water.
So yeah, that just happened right now. And moving on, let's talk about this Vikendi. It is definitely going to be a surprise coming in, and as I was talking about surprises, the game is live and it is on our screens right now. So the trajectory is starting from port, heading towards the hot springs area. So a lot of hot drops are going to be available, especially the Cosmodrome area. And for the past couple of days, we have seen intense battles go on in Cosmodrome, just because I don't know, how many games have we casted when the circles just over Cosmodrome and teams just head there? How many games have it been back-to-back
50,
Vikendi?
like not back-to-back, but yeah, if anything, there have been like 35 to 50 games somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Cosmodrome is kind of an area where players can, they have a good amount of rotating area for themselves, good amount of loot area, and Cosmodrome consists of actually 3 areas. One is the space station.
Yeah.
One is actually a teaching station out there, the one that has
training
benches,
area.
And then the other one is the open area with the longest building out there. So all those areas combined. Do you know actually the longest building that people say it's actually the making of a space shuttle, not the building. Like there should be a space shuttle standing next to it and the one that takes off.
Oh, you mean the place where they actually launched the rocket from?
Yeah, it's actually that.
You should know what it's called, right?
All right.
Yeah, so backstory why I asked him that is he used to be a rocket scientist. That is not even a joke.
I used to be an assistant junior scientist, not rocket
scientist. Yeah, so that is not even a joke.
A trainee one, the one who has done training, that's all.
So that makes you a genius.
Yeah, and to be honest, not even lying, it's just known as stand. And FUD is out there on Krichas on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, and HR on the port area. FS is really close to them. Now, I think there are 3 teams around those areas, so that's going to be something. As you can see, Star is also there in this area of Zabava alongside FS. So that is going to be a bad fight for FS, as previously also FS was just engaging in a fight in the early stages of Pochinki, and this time the fight has shifted to Zabava. So we'll have to see what happens. Star Phantom has an AKM, has an M16, but I mean, the early stages, can he just pop the heads out with that one? That is going to be my question. He has just 5 bandages for himself. So, I mean, you see, you can take the fights, but what if your health drops critically low? You cannot be using bandages each and every second. That's going to be one of the things. Vutrut is so low on health right now. FS Baba is out there. Black is out there, but then are they going to take the fight? Star Monster, ladies and gentlemen, has the Uzi, has 25 bullets right now in his bank. And can he just make the maximum utilization of it? FS Black just goes down as Star Knight was moving in forward. Knight actually leading the charge, and he, with 30 bullets, can just pop each and every one out with that Thompson but the factor is that he has level 1 helmet and level 1 vest. So that's going to be something. And for that respect on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, takes down to a player from 2x. That is going to be something. We'll have to see what happens if the fight just keeps on going. But the major thing is FS Black, he cannot get revived because he is on the other direction.
That is just going to be unfortunate for the guy and unfortunate for squad FS Freestyle as well, as Black has gone down. He has been knocked out in a really bad position. His teammates are quite far away. Star, they are just going to get a free early game kill. But one interesting thing, you should actually go for the finish off, because even you know that his teammates are not going to come in. He is knocked down in a really bad position. He's out in the open, quite exposed. There are roads, and even if you hide any smart player, any player, I think above Diamond is going to realize that that is just a bait, and this is a professional match. So you just need to finish him off and move on, because the next fight is going to be pretty important for you guys as well. And as we say, wasting time in the early game stages, that can actually hamper your performance in the later stages. But this time, Star and FS Freestyle, they are in the northern part of this island, so they will have to rotate towards the left side, the western side of this map, which from the northern side, I think it is just going to be a 3 direction fight at maximum that you are going to have to take.
Yes, and FSC, they are not like properly surrounded, but still they are surrounded from the directions, as 2 players up front, 1 player right next to them, and 1 player kind of at the back. And see, Fime has to get inside the circle, 2x has to get in the zone, FalaQ has to get in the zone, Aqua, R3D, so many teams, so many names have to get inside the circle right now. But then if there is one team that they can just fight while getting in the circle, it's going to be Bablu, as Bablu is really close to KPK, 247 as well, as 247 has had their drop on Villa, if I'm not wrong. And we'll have to see what happens out for these fights, because for now the fights are looking decent. But what else? Because no one is in Vihar, no one is in Dobromest. If the circle shifts up, all the teams are going to rush to Dobro. If the circle shifts down, all the teams are going to rush to Vihar. So the areas are there, But do they have that, the fighting stance out for themselves? Because teams will be ready, but what Vikendi does, it just plays with those hard shifts of the circle. And right now, it's just 50% in the water and 50% on the land. So first circle sometimes feels like the fourth circle, and that pressure just...
it just keeps building up and up and up as you move to the later stages of the game. But the situation, I was wrong, Ocean. The situation is turning around. Star, since they are still sticking around this area, did not decide to get away while they had the chance. FS, Freestyle are gonna knock one of their players down. Monster taken out in a bad situation, just like Black was out in the open. The smoke has been popped, but it is not gonna cover anything as Malik, he is on the first floor with the MBK5 in his hands. And Monster, once again, he is quite exposed. The players from the side of Freestyle, they are gonna have a clear shot on anyone who comes in for the revive. And Monster, he is just hiding behind the tree, because unlike the players from Star, FS, they are gonna go for the finish, as we saw Malik fires those shots. And as Monster is gonna come out, Futuretsu is just gonna go for the finish straight away. He is not gonna wait for anything. He's not gonna take his chances. And the kill is gonna be an easy one. One player traded out from both these squads. And look at this, HR Snaker, he is snaking his way in towards those compounds, but that can actually be a bad decision, as he only has one more teammate for the backup. I think Snaker, he's just gonna stick around the periphery, around the outskirts of the city, and just wait and play for information. Basically, he's just gonna try and spot out the players from the enemy team and see if he can see them rotating, if he can see them coming out, and relay that information to his team, who are gonna come in later on and go for the finishes on anyone who survives this duel.
Star Phantom goes down in the fight, as well as HR Snaker. He is taking an incredible fight against Team Star. We'll have to see what happens, as there are more teams right now out in this area. Zababa is actually becoming a proper area to take the fight in their hands. We'll have to see what it takes with it, as Snaker has also spotted some players. So HR, Star, and FS, three squads out in this area. These three squads, I mean, we can see a squad getting wiped out easily, as Futrutsu also goes down. Some smokes being popped up on the road area, just so that, the teams can have their rotation, can have their movements, because the movement, as soon as they go for the movement, that is how soon they can go for the kills. As you can see, Snake has moved. He's moving in forward. He has to spot the players, and once he spots the players, I think he can just take the players down. Right now, he's just moving in. He is trying to go to the stairs area, because that is going to be the area where the players are going to be. The players, look at this, Malik has landed downside right now. That is a really good strategy by this guy, because if he had stayed there, he would have been spotted. But still, Malik cannot just move in the open, because the players are right at the top of him. Once they actually spot him, they're going to take him down. Malik, he has to take the DVB. He has to stay out there. He has spotted the players. He has spotted the players. He has spotted the players, but does not give enough shots right now. I mean, he shot at the players, but they were not at that particular area. But look at that, Adnan takes down Malik, and this just leaves Baba. Takes down Baba. I spoke too soon, but it's just one player remaining for himself, for his team right now. Adnan, revivals are gonna come. One player surviving from FS. One player out there that is keeping 16 teams alive. If this player goes down, the counter is going to come to 15, and he does not have any helmet right now. He does not have any much healings. I mean, he can go for healings with those two bandages. His vest is almost broken. How long can he keep this fight going? How long can he just keep the fight, the fighting spirit for themselves, for the team right now, as HR wants to move in forward. HR wants to end the team FS right now. One guy surviving. Can he clutch a 1v3, 1v4 without any healings, without any more boosters, without any health, as he has less health, and a grenade comes in. Grenade actually pops out. He throws a smoke of his own just to distract the teams. The Molotov was a bit short, but one guy out here, he gets a helmet from the outside. As Snaker moves in, Adnan is on the other side of the building. Snaker does a Molotov, but they still are not spotting the player right now. They spot the player. They know the location. They know the exact thing. He was about to get his feet in the Molotov right now, but still saves the day for him. He is just barely surviving. Wants to go out. Goes out to the other house. I think they know that the player has dropped out, and yes, they know it. They saw him. Yeah, they saw him, but as of now, he is still safe. Now they are good with the location. They know where the location of this player is, but he is moving. Now the movement is in the open. Now there are no covers. There are the covers of rocks only, and he actually barely makes it to the cover. 24 health taken down. He is down to 30 HP right right now. Can he take the fight? Can he take the fight? Yes, he's taking the fight, but will that be enough as he has 2 squads on either side, and Snaker takes this one. Freestyle gets eliminated, but 247 Moth has an AWM for himself in the bank.
Yeah, AWM with the 4x, that's definitely going to be a good thing on any map, because AWM, it's not a gun, it's a responsibility. And did they take it? Why is Gaming coming now over here? I think he's just coming to pick up the stuff his teammate left behind. But talking about things that are being left behind, FalaQ, they are going to be in trouble as KPK Gaming, they have control of the compounds. FalaQ, Figlet, he is going to heal up, but the player is in the same compound. Where is he? Is he sitting on the first floor? He has been cornered. Clone cooking up that nade. If that one hits, Viper is going to be in trouble. The player's charging and Figlet knocked down again, but Viper is going to be taken down as Respect with the G36C is going to go finish his job. And now FTF on the other hand, they are going to be in trouble. KPK Gaming lost 1 player already. 3 versus 4 situation. Can they come out of this one as well? 3 versus 3 situation. Respect, Figlet and Cyclone. Can they take this fight? Where are the other players from KPK Gaming? Where did they just go? They were not anywhere close to the fight, but I think they are going for a wraparound. I think they are going for the sandwich on this one, and that can actually work out as one of the players from the side of FalaQ. He was taken out quite far away from his team, Wizard, and he is not going to get a revive, but baiting him out is not going to do anything. You need to go for the finish and start taking the fight with an actual team of 3 players that's in front of you. And as I say that, Blaze is going to finish Wizard with that Uzi in his hands, and the SMGs are just gonna get the job done this time around. And now the players, they are regrouped from the side of KPK Gaming. Blaze, he is charging up ahead close to the window. Playing for the information is gonna be the key to winning this fight. Whoever spots out the other one first is gonna know how to engage in this one. Piglet, he has the flank, and talking about flanks, H2E Dread behind that rock is gonna spot out Fime sneak out in the open, and he's gonna be in trouble as the kill can be stolen. But Bablu Pikachu is gonna get the kill. Bablu is here. Bablu, they are quite close. This can be a party in these compounds as KPK is going up against FalaQ, H2E. They know they are waiting for this fight to end to charge in, and Bablu is out in the distance. So even they might have heard these shots, and they can come in at any moment. But for that, we will have to wait. We will definitely have to wait, as none of these teams, not KPK, not FalaQ, none of them are actually being too aggressive, because being too aggressive can actually be a bad thing, and it can cost you a lot of good position points in these fights. So now the Cold War has started, as it should be. Clone from the other end, he has taken a lot of damage. I think that was H2E coming into the play, and the shots were fired already. Clone dropping down to 50% health is gonna hide himself, is gonna heal up, and now they are sandwiched already. FalaQ, the shots being fired through the window, not gonna connect with anyone, as Blaze moved into the other room, moved into the kitchen area, and is gonna be quite safe. But now once again the rotation needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. Flicker is gonna trade down Bablu Danny as Fime, they come in contact with Bablu, and the trades are happening. Pikachu is gonna trade down Flicker, and Fime has lost 2 players already. Motu and Flicker, they have been taken down. 2 versus 4 situation. They are not gonna survive. The 2 kills are gonna be Bablu's, and no one is gonna take that. Danny, he needs the revive, because as we know, Danny is one of those key players in the team. Every single time he goes down, things sort of become hard for the side of Bablu, and they have to slow down the pace. It is that amazing entry fragger from their side who goes in first without any fear in his eyes and goes for the knocks on his opponents.
I just love what those guys actually do. They wanted to loot 2 crates. They use smoke on each and every individual crate. So that is just an amazing strategy by their team. Coming back to this fight right now, HR versus 247. You can see the fight is happening. The players from HR is just 1 player remaining. Can 247 just go for it? Snaker takes down 1 out here. Snaker, the lone survivor, is still taking the fight. He's taking down 2. Snaker, can he go for a 1v4? He has taken down 2 players right now. 18 bullets, reloads it. He is down to 35, and he just wipes another one. 4 kills in his bag right now. Is going for a revive with 35 bullets. Can he just pull off a miracle as he is ready for a 1v4? He has done a 1v2 right now. TPP, and a pre-fire just coming in. And right now, with 40 bullets, he takes down the 3rd as well. Can he, or can he not do a 1v4? Once again, a question in my mind right now. He is down to 20 HP. Really bad. Straight takes a 1v4 in his hands. Incredible gameplay by this guy. What has he done right now? This was more than impossible, and he just pulled off a 1v4. What?
Yeah, and in the pressurable situation as well, because his teammates were knocked down right behind him, and he was like, all right, let's do this. It's a YOLO play coming in, and that was one of those situations wherein YOLO plays can actually work out for you. Because even if you die, what was the best option? You couldn't have run away. There is just open ground all around you, and running away in open ground, that is just basically committing suicide.
Yeah, I mean that's like one way that the game actually just goes out of your hands, and that should not happen. Meanwhile, you guys can see this is Star versus H2E. What's gonna happen as Star Crypto and Star Knight are out in the open. Star Crypto and Star Knight are they are trying to take the fights. They want those fights, as FalaQ is also out there, and FalaQ has taken down one player, KPK Eraser. Respect is also taken down as well. This is looking really bad for FalaQ, but as FalaQ is trying to charge in, what's gonna happen? Fugly is low on health right now. Clone has been taken down. Will it be a 1v4? Another 1v4 coming in, as Blaze is looking really good for a fight. Blaze, can he just go for it? FalaQ with just 10-ish HP, he is taking up a fight with Fugly and Blaze. Both the guys are out there. Are they gonna go for the revives? I think so. That will be a better choice, but Blaze is ready for a fight. Blaze is ready for a movement, but he should be yes, he should be reviving right now. It's two players in the same house, different teams, reviving their players. But what's gonna happen once they go for a fight as a revives?
Here's the difference. The two players from this from the other squad, FalaQ, they were quite low, and on the other side, KPK Gaming, the players were quite healthy. So if you are not getting the heals done properly in time, and as I say that, Figless is just going to charge in on the first floor. The shots were fired, but the damage was not that much as he would have liked. Blaze was still at 50% health. He's going to heal up. 75% health coming in, but H2E, they are charging in on the players of Star, and Bablu is here in the compounds next door. This is going to be a 4 versus 2 situation, and these squads need to run away. They need to run away now, as FalaQ is just going to abandon this entire conflict and try and run away. Bablu, are they going to let this happen? Are they going to let those two players survive, or are they going to go for the hunt? KPK Gaming, they have been conquered. It is just Hamza and Blaze on that first floor, and as we know, Bablu, they are just going to charge in. Danny, like always, the entry fragger for the team, is going to go in first. The two players split up. Danny is going to be taken down, but the finish off is not going to be there. Just Tyrant is going to charge in for his teammate, but the revive should come in at time. He has the Uzi, but it is going to be the two players peeking at the same time. Tyrant goes for the peek, drops the damage on one. The other one is going to peek up as well. Tyrant still pretty healthy, goes for the drop shot, prones down, takes down one, jumps down on the ground floor. The other players are coming, and that's just going to be KPK Gaming and FalaQ being taken out of this game. Oh
the
boy.
Kings are back! The Kings are back! The Kings are back! That's what they just showed out here. Incredible gameplay coming in. 6 kills already, and they have the capabilities of turning that single-digit number to a double-digit number. I think they are going to go for it, as they took an impressive fight. But look at this. FalaQ is just one solo survivor right in the next house. Has Bablu spotted him as well? That is my question, because if they did, they are just going to know about it. They are just going to go for it. They're just going to see the fights that are going to happen out there, and they are just going to take the fights in their hands. And Bablu goes as on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, is trying to see Pikachu. The Molotov's on Pikachu. Pikachu's Molotov actually just dropped down here, and that's going to be the end of Pikachu if not revived in the early stage. I think that is going to be the end. That was something that just happened. But look at this. FalaQ's player, one single player surviving. 10 HP grenade. A Molotov comes in, but is on the other side right now. And we'll have to see what happens out here. And you can see FalaQ so many grenades, so many throwables just coming in out there. So many things that are just limiting FalaQ's player to move out. They lost Pikachu right now, but all they got is 1 kill, and that is going to be the end of Team FalaQ out here. 11 teams surviving, 36 players still remaining. What is going to happen out in these fights? Bablu, they just had an impressive comeback, but can they keep the momentum going?
Yeah, can they keep the momentum going? Can they get the chicken dinner for themselves in this game as well? And I think knowing this squad, watching them for some time, I think it's been 6 months since I've been watching them play. They are definitely going to go for this one, and it is exactly going to be like the last one. Danny, he is out of the armor, but he is going to trade off with one of the dead players. So from 100% damage on his armor, he goes down to 50% damage on the armor, which is still a little bit better, but not the kind of situation he would want himself in, since Danny is always the first person who goes in, who is going to be the man and he knows going in that he is going to be knocked down. And imagine, Ocean, the level of trust that you have in your teammates, that you go in, you make sure that you take all the bullets out of your enemy's clips into your own body, and you trust your teammates to charge in at the right moment, stop them from finishing you, and go for the kills. That is exactly how Danny plays this, and that is exactly what Bablu do. Danny is always going to be the bullet magnet for the team, and they somehow still manage to keep him alive to the later stages of the game. Talking about things in the later stages, the Groza, the level 3 armor, helmet, backpack, and the adrenaline syringe. All of those things can be really, really useful. And Bablu, they have already only lost Pikachu till now, so still the 3 people in this game are alive. And Pikachu, again, is actually a pretty good player, is one of the heavy fraggers in this tournament. But on the other side, talking about the other teams, it is going to be H2E being spotted by the players from the side of R3D and Dezo. Izo has cornered Old Boy out in the open. That is such a bad situation to be in. Your car's blown up. You are hiding behind the rock. Your teammates have no way of coming in towards you. Talking about this guy. Alright, Predator is back. He is the only man surviving for the side of Fime. So, Fime, they are in a really bad situation in this game. Still 11 teams remaining. 21-minute mark has been met. 35 people alive. Predator, you need to go full passive, bro. Because otherwise, if you are found out by anyone, you are going to be taken down. And this has to be a slow game for Predator.
Look at this. R3D, they are just charging in on the team right now. But can they take the fight against H2E? As you can see, yes, they can. No, they can't. One player has been taken down out there. Joka and Easy, your 2 players, Walker and Anubis, are moving in forward, taking the TPP. But look at this, H2 Esports is just trying to go and obliterate them, as one of their players has also been taken down in the fight right now. What's gonna happen? Walker going for a flag against the Tractor. Can he just take it? 1 HP! 1 HP by the guy, and GamerX just does it. He just ends them. He just obliterates them. R3D just moved in, but then Aqua, the team that was out there for the fights, the team that just wanted the fight. Look at them. The grenade, charging it. Will it go? It blasts and takes out some part of their health, but then that is gonna be something. That was the only damage done out there. Hamza wants to move in forward, moving in, moving out, takes down 1 player as well. Aqua is on another level right now. How are they playing this good today? That is a thing out there. Just look at that, because their gameplay is just different from all other games, and that is going to be the end of one squad that Aqua just does. How? That was impressive. First game impressive, second game much more impressive. They're out of their world right now.
Yeah, they are out of their world. I don't know what is happening over here. Aqua, they are putting up amazing numbers on the board, but we still have to see, can they take more fights? Because going on in the later stages, Vikendi actually becomes really, really weird, and in those situations you have to pull out something special, do something special to come out on top. But now, talking about something special, it's going to be Bablu going up against Diffuse Tyrant. He has been taken down. Can Bablu survive this 2 versus 5? And yes, they can, as Ghost was taken down, but Danny actually managed to turn the entire situation into a 1v1, and Hani is looking to spot out Ghost, but Ghost somehow survives. Danny going for the revive on Tyrant, and if he actually gets this one done, Hani is going to be in trouble. Diffuse is going to be in trouble, and I think Tyrant is going to come back soon. But on the other side, Honey is going to go for a revive on his own teammate. 2 players from the side of Diffuse, they are still beating out. Honey once again was the only man standing. So Bablu, they need to go for the rush, and they need to go for it now, as the players are slowly and steadily beating out. Insane is just going to die in front of the eyes of his teammates, as the players from the side of Diffuse actually come back into this game. Tyrant is back, Tyrant is healthy, and he is going to charge in towards this entire squad with an Uzi in hand. Smoke in front of him, the vision has been blocked. Ghost is back on his feet, back to 75% health. 3 versus 3 situation. Honey takes a lot of damage, drops down to 50% health, goes to the first floor of that house, has been damaged a lot.
Look at this is
switching to FPP.
Yeah, incredible. The wider field of view that Tyrant can get, that is one thing that he is going for. Bablu Ghost has been spotted on the other side. He has been taken down. Sahir is taking the fights out there. Diffuse Hani goes down. Diffuse Sahir goes down. Tyrant with that FPP switch is wreaking havoc right now. DFUZeOfficial gets eliminated. Bablu once again making it out in an incredible way. away. 8 teams remaining. Airdrop number 5 has an MK14. I think the team that gets it, they can actually take amazing fights, but still, Bablu will be there to stop them if anything. But I want to see where is Fine Predator right now, because the circle shift was something impressive. And how is he just moving in the circle? Like Fine Predator, the solo survivor. But on the other hand, look at this. Bablu Tyrant spotting out one more team that did some damage. But right now, the team is safe.
Yeah, the team is definitely going to be safe, and Bablu still with 3 players alive on the other side. F2 Umair, he's going to be caught out by the players of the side of FTF, and they are just going to charge in. Mafia, he is still standing. Umair was the only man that was taken out. And Bablu, they go in on that fight as well, as Ghost spots out the players from the side of FTF out in the open, and he just starts firing instantly. Is that the first response that Bablu has for everything? Fire first, ask questions later, think about where you are later. First, you need to take out the guy in front of you. Like, what is this team doing? You are out in the open.
This
Why
team,
take the fight?
You are asking what is this team doing? I'll tell you. This team is playing the game that they are known for. That is what this team is doing right now.
It's scary. The game they are known for is scary.
It's what the game actually, you know, provides you. You need to bring out the maximum kills, and that's one thing. Look at this Tyrant has spotted one more player, goes for it. 2x in a bit of trouble right now. 2x, the players can go down, but Bablu has lost 2 players right now. Fine Predator Whitey does a 1v2 on 2 players of Bablu. How is he doing it? But then is he close enough, or what's gonna happen? Grenade comes in, it can take down Danny out here, does some damage out there, but will the revive come in? What's gonna happen? Fine Predator moving in forward, ladies and gentlemen, gets shot from the left hand side. Tyrant versus Fine Predator. What's gonna happen? Tyrant with an Uzi in his hands as the players are going down. 2xOfficial gets eliminated. Revives is coming in, but will it be enough? One more throwable, one more Molotov, one more grenade can change everything. Predator on the right does a smoke, on the left does a smoke, on his behind does a smoke. Now he wants to move in. One more smoke in his hands, is going for a painkiller. Tyrant and goes 2 players. Low toss smoke coming in from Tyrant. Incredible mind presence by these players right now. Even Predator has an Uzi, but uses a G30-62. 2 players moving in, Uzi on his hands, and that is going to be the end of 5 as Bablu Tyrant is on a pure domination, ladies and gentlemen. 3 kills by this player, but by the game ends, he can just double that number in an instance.
Bablu is still sitting at 12 kills in total. Like, they do not want the chicken dinner. They just want to kill as many people as they can before they are taken out. Bablu is still surviving with 2 players in this game. Gaming Hub is there with 4 kills and 4 players. Aqua is there as well, 4 kills and 3 players. They started the game with 3 players, so that is fine for them. F2D Esports, 3 players, 4 kills. And HR is there with just 1 guy. Down to the top 5 teams, and Bablu is leading the charge. And can Aqua get a second chicken dinner for themselves? That is going to be the question on everyone's mind. But
it's like
that last play by Predator, that was actually pretty ballsy and pretty incredible from the guy. Like, Bablu is one of the best known squads so far, and he charged on them 1 versus 3, took down 1 guy, almost killed the other.
Ghost has been finished. 1 player from Bablu remaining. What's gonna happen as players are on the each and every side? Bablu Tyrant, look at this. The grenades are popping and the grenades are really close to Bablu Tyrant. He cannot go like this. He should not be going like this. GH Adil, he knows that there is a player, and if you can pressurize Bablu as much as you can, that is going to be the best strategy out here. Bablu Tyrant is still inside the circle. Can he pull off a 1v4 out here is my question. Gaming Hub in a really good scenario out there. We'll have to see what happens out in this scenario, in this situation. But then on the other hand is Bablu Tyrant, a smoke on his back end. How is he gonna play this one? His cards will be his cards, but how is he gonna show his cards? Team HR, 1 single player outside the circle, still outside the circle. Is he going for a heal battle, or is he going to move in? 7 circle, 28 plus minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen. What is gonna happen? Gaming Hub, Aqua, F2D, 4-3-3 players remaining. Bablu with a solo player. HR outside the circle. Now I think he is just going for a heal battle and trying to make inside the circle. Spots on 1 player, and he is gonna go down by the play zone. GH Adil, he is gonna focus his attention solely to Team Bablu right now. A player of Bablu, not even the team. The team is not surviving. Team Bablu's player, Tyrant, has 8 first aids ready for each and every scenario. If he wants to go for a heal battle, he can go for a heal battle. If he wants to go for good fights, he can go for a good fight. Aqua Fendi on the other hand gets a grenade on his hands, and that was impressive by this guy, landing all the shots on the head. That was just amazing. But then we'll have to see what happens as F2D is also charging in slowly and steadily. Aqua Hamza is going for a fight right now, but Aqua Fendi has been taken down. GH Adil goes for it, takes on Aqua Hamza with 1 spray. Oh my god, that was bad. That was bad. Paddy will go down because you should not be blasting the gas can in front of you. That is literally next to you. It takes your HP down to 20 HP. That was a bad decision by Aqua.
And with that, Aqua is going to be eliminated. GH, they have a really high probability of taking this game for themselves. All 4 players alive, 7 kills on them for now. Gaming up, all 4. F2D Esports, 3 players in the game. And Bablu is still in the top 3 with 12 kills on them now, but just 1 guy in there. And it is the man, it is the mastermind himself. Tyrant. He's still hiding, still being passive inside the circle. Can he survive? Covers himself with smoke. The players from side of F2D, they are charging in. Talal, he is right next to Tyrant, and if he actually blind fires, he might actually catch him off guard. Tyrant should know. Talal right behind him with the M249 in his hands. This can be so brutal. Bablu, you need to pop. Tyrant, you need to pop more smokes. And inside the smokes, catches him inside the smoke. Bablu is going to be eliminated. As I said, shots coming in can actually catch them off guard, and I think he spotted the feet of Tyrant.
Alright, but then what's gonna happen? As you can see, F2D Esports and Gaming Hub, 3 players from one side, 3 players from and 4 players from the other side. One of them needs a revival. Gaming Hub, can it be their comeback gameplay? The gameplay that we just needed out there. What's gonna happen? 47, really close to Adil right now. If Adil just spots him, it's gonna be the end game. He is going for the peak shots out there, but then Molotov's is on him. Molotov is on him. Molotov is on him right now, doing the damage out for himself, and that gives the time for 47 to move in, move and charge out, but that's not going to be enough as it's just 1 player remaining, and the chicken dinner comes in. Gaming Hub's Hub, and they had an impressive game by themselves.
Yeah, they definitely had an amazing performance at this time as well. F2D Esports also put up amazing numbers for themselves, but GH, as I was saying from the beginning, Gaming Hub has been one of the strongest teams, and now they are finally showing us what they are made of. So Vikendi is always a map of surprises. We saw a lot of surprises. We saw a man blast himself with a gas cannon as well, gas can as well. We saw a 1v3, someone try a 1v3 against Bablu. We saw Bablu in a disadvantage. So a lot of things that no one was expecting actually happened. And one thing that was actually consistent was the fact that Bablu, they were still going for the kills again and again.
And if I'm not wrong, they have like 12 kills or something. Imagine if they had, you know, even if Tyrant had done 1v4s or something, he would have had like 18 kills for the team or something like that. Would have been just more than impressive. But let's just have a look at the MVP for this one, as who it's gonna be Adil with 4 kills and around 1000 damage. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot for just one man to do inside a game.
One-man army, that's what it is.
One-man army, yeah.
That was just impressive. 29 minutes of survival time out there, and 6.5 almost kilometers of distance travel. So that's a really good amount out there for the team, for themselves, to be honest. But then 2 players had 4 kills from GH, and 1 player had 2 kills. If I'm not wrong, they have 10 kills in total or something. So we'll have to see where it lands them out there. And on the other hand, F2D, if they have equivalent kills for what it takes them to be at second, or will Team Bablu just step up? Because I mean, it all can just come in a matter of seconds, in a matter of kills, in a matter of those kill point numbers. But then we saw 1 player who had an impact. Let's see all the other 4s as well, who actually, you know, proved for themselves and for the teams out there. And HR Snake, 6 kills for him. GamerX, 5 kills for him, but with 352 damage. Adil with 4 kills. Bablu Danny with 4, and GHKMD with 4. So Gaming Hub, we can see we saw 2 names of Gaming Hub. We saw HR, H2E, and Bablu. It's a good table overall.
Yeah, Snaker has been putting up an amazing performance today, but on the other side, let's talk about this. Danny was taken out quite early on, and these 2 players, Snaker and Danny, seem to be the guys that actually engage in every single fight for their teams. And Snaker was actually scouting for his team as well. And when I said that, alright, he's gonna play for information, I think him and his entire team just went, wait, what did he say? Information? We don't need that. We'll just fight it out and see how many players are there. Just kill all of them. Yeah, just end everyone in here in these compounds. Who cares?
Exactly. But then let's see what this Vikendi, the unpredictable map, just brings for us. As
that seems right.
That seems quite right out there. Gaming Hub on the first place, Team Bablu on the second, F2D on the third, Team HR on the fourth, Aqua on the fifth, H2E on the sixth, FIME on the 7th, FTF Esports on the 8th. I mean, FIME, they were 7th on the first match. They are 7th on the second match. It's not good, but it's good for one player like Pirta. He saved them some position points for him. Otherwise, the team was supposed to be eliminated a bit early. So that's a huge deal for the team. Team Aqua, like first game was really good. The second game, it's like ending in top 5. So there's that thing. But then Team Bablu, obviously, stepping up their game. And then talking about the next set of the table, the 9-16 one. I mean, 2x, FalaQ, KPK Gaming, 247, Diffuse. Alright, so there's one team that I want to talk about. It's Freestyle. Pochinki, previous games, Pochinki was also a bad area for them as they had the early fight. And this games, wherever they land, they are being contested by one team. I mean, they have 1 or 2 kills, but then they die really early. That is the kind of situation that they should not be engaging in right now.
I think I totally agree with that. Freestyle for now. I think for the remaining 2 games, they need to switch out their strategy, complete 180 and go to the places. I mean, the next is going to be Miramar. Might as well go to Ruins. Because that is one place that no one is going to contest you on. But imagine, they are going towards Ruin, and imagine their luck that there is another team heading there.
And then we saw 247 Gaming was also out in this one. And 247 Gaming, they had a good first game. Second game, they are dropping into the bottom end of the table. So it just puts them into a questionable spot that what they did in the first game, they should be doing the same in the second game. So we'll have to see that. But let's just see where Team Bablu goes with the overall standings and where each and every team is standing. Where Aqua is that they kind of had a good boost. But then Team Bablu, once again...
Makes sense.
This also looks quite right out there. There's one thing wrong with this table right now. Bablu has played 6 games. They should be having at least 5 chicken dinners or something, right?
Oh yeah, I think the chicken dinners should be at 5, just the one not being there, and the other 2 should have been there as well.
They will come back.
They should come back. I mean, they still have 2 more games to go for today, and look at this, already 7 points ahead.
They can end up 180-ish points. If they go with the same games, they can end up 180-ish points. But if they go for dominating games, I think 200 is fairly close for them to the end.
I think okay. 200 is gonna be a
190, 190, 180, 190.
I think 200 can actually be a possibility.
Final Erangel, you're saying that they are going to do good in Final Erangel?
Yeah, the 40 point play coming in probably.
I think something between 170 to 190 is where they can land with incredible gameplays. But then the teams that are just slowly trading up, you can see FIME with 69 points out there, HR with 67, 9th and 10th position for the team, Team TUF on the 11th, North Esports on the 12th, 2xOfficial on the 13th, Rogue Nation on the 14th. I mean, these are the squads that have had 8 games as well, like Rogue Nation, Arkadians, RS, they have had 8 games for themselves.
So notice the interesting thing in this table as well. Just 9 points like the difference between 9th and 16th. So any team can go up, any team can go down, but the teams from team number 11 and 16, they are not going to go anywhere just because they are done with their 8 games, and FIME and HR are still at 6. So they are going to climb, and teams from the table above, that is the first quarter, they are going to come down. But let's move on to the third quarter and see how the teams are doing over there. It's going to be Aqua on the 17th position, still climbing. R3D Esports on the 18th, HFD on the 19th, BTK on the 20th, The Real TG on the 21st, Blacklist on the 22nd, H2E on the 23rd, and Freestyle on the 24th. Now, moving on from here, it's going to be the table of death as we used to call it. Now we call it the blue-red combined zone table. But the fourth quarter of the standings is where the teams in trouble are going to be. It's going to be 247 Gaming. It's going to be FTF Esports, DFUZeOfficial, The Stars, F2D Esports, FalaQ, HTeamXRange, and KPK Gaming. All of these teams, they are going to have a hard time making it into the top 24. And once again, you need to be in the top 24 to play in the semi-finals.
Yeah, I mean, that is going to be one of the things. But then for now, I mean, there has been a drop like from 148 points to 18 points. Like that's a lot of drop. Obviously, the first and the final team are going to be having a bridge between them that the teams will have to go for. But for now, if anything, I think the team, there have been really good comebacks. Like in the first game, Aqua had a comeback and 247 had a comeback. But then in the second game, 247 just got eliminated early. So those things are happening. That is one thing that is keeping the balance. Like the teams that can do good in one game, they sort of end up struggling up in the next one. The teams that were struggling in one game, they sort of just do incredible. That was good. Incredible in the first one. So that all just survives. But then out there are the players who are making an impact because they are known as kill leaders. We're gonna talk about 10 kill leaders out in this, and these are top 5 on the screen. Bablu Pikachu still out there. He got eliminated early.
Yeah.
He's still out there. Envy Abshaw. We have seen this guy just doing incredible stuff. So Envy Abshaw is out there.
And he's not even playing.
Yeah, he's not even playing, but HR Snaker, he is trying to go to Envy Abshaw as soon as he can. As you can see, he is just going for it. Snaker is out there with 17. Vegeta is out there with 17, and RNG's Hamad is out there with 16 on the 5th position for the top 5. But then if we have to talk about 6 to 10, I think that is where the difference is going to come, because 24 is for the first position. Bablu Ghost is out there on the 16th. Tyrant with 15 kills. Danny, like all 4 players of Bablu actually make it to this list.
Yeah.
One player on the 1st, then the next ones are on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Envy did shot on the 9th position, and Wolf is out there on the 10th with the 14 kills for his band.
At least these guys are on 6th, 7th and 8th, because there used to be a time when all 4 were right next to each other. It was like Pikachu, Ghost, Tyrant, Danny, 1, 2, 3, 4 spots already taken, guys. Find another spot for yourself. The rest of the teams, this is all ours. But still, now 2 games are over, 2 more to go. It's going to be Miramar up next, and followed by the last game is going to be played on Erangel. Who's going to come out on top? Is Bablu actually going to go for a 20-point play? Is Fime going to get a chicken dinner for themselves, because they are still looking to push ahead? And is it going to be once again one of the underdog teams that is going to take the dinner and grab those points for themselves? Well, we are going to be back after a really short break. You guys stay tuned and keep watching to find the answers to those questions. Hello everyone and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma over here, and it is going to be time for the third game that is going to be played on Miramar now. The first two games have been interesting and the top teams have tried to perform their best, but the performance is still lacking if you compare it to how they used to play and what the fans are expecting from them. But nonetheless, they are still climbing.
They are still climbing. They are still showing the gameplay that they are, if not, famous for. They are known for, if anything, because they just go for it, charging guns. And I mean, there are some teams, there are some setbacks, there are some drawbacks with some teams as well. Some teams are doing really good. Some teams are still lacking behind. Some teams are trying to climb up. Some teams are, some teams are trying and then they are going down. So all those things are happening. But then talking about the people who are having an impact, let's talk about the damage dealers out there. So as you can see, Absol are still leading up the charge. Like that's still 800 more than number 2, that is Snake out there. PS Vegeta on the other hand, and there's just one player of Bablu in this one. That's kind of a different thing.
Hey, I'm pretty sure the other players are gonna be right behind him if we have a look at the top 10 damage dealers. Because it is Bablu after all, and they did secure the numbers for themselves within the first 4 games that they played. So that is going to be an interesting conversation. Talking about interesting conversations, let's talk about turnarounds. Let's talk about the performance that's being put up by teams like Team Aqua, teams like F2D Esports. And F2D Esports in that last game tried their best. Tried their level best to beat out Gaming Hub, but just couldn't. Gaming Hub had that extra little bit of experience on their side and knew exactly what F2D Esports were gonna do and sort of capitalized on that information. On the other hand, the game on Miramar is live, and while we look at the trajectory, let's talk about Aqua as well. So on the first day, the performance was it was pretty bad, but now it seems like a totally different team and the performance has stepped up. They are showcasing the numbers that are supposed to be put on the tables, and now I think they will just look to secure themselves the spot in the top 24 before we run out of games, because 3 more days are just left, and after today, after the Erangel, that's just going to be 4 more games per team remaining. So you need to make sure that you are getting at least 15, at least I think bare minimum needs to be 12 points per game to actually stay in the top 24 now.
Look at that plane just going on out there. That is just an impressive shot as they are capturing the plane. That is more than impressive out there, to be honest. Like the observers are doing an amazing job, but then let's see what players are doing out here. As you can see, FalaQ, they have had the early exit on Puerto Parasio, and then there are teams like Fime. There are, if I'm not wrong, am I seeing 4 teams going to Impala?
Yeah. Yep. That is 4 teams going towards the small town of Impala. That is definitely a big number if you compare it to the size of the city they are about to land in. And Impala is this beach of a city, and it is quite small, spread out in a straight line. So spotting out players in those compounds, it's going to be pretty easy, and especially once you go for that slight hill of a climb that's there when you come towards the main road of Impala. That is also a challenge. And Circle also is in the northern area when none of the teams decided to go, except the closest one being F2D Esports, DFUZe, and FTF, who are heading towards that Hacienda del Petron, San Martin sort of a rotation. F2D still haven't landed. We still need to see where they are going. But on their current path, I think all the rotations are going to be easy, because San Martin is going to be on the right, and Crater Fields as El Pozo is going to be far left rotation coming in. But one thing that hasn't changed, it's going to be Bablu landing in Valle del Mar yet again. So this is going to be a safer play for this team.
This might be or might not be a safer play, but we'll come back to that later. I'll tell you one important fact about that thing. But then Star Knight has gone down out here as if it's Futuru to just take the fight in his hands. Stars players will have to see. Fine Predator also goes down as 2x Majority. 4 squads in these areas. Obviously, fights are happening out on those compounds in all the areas. And I think we can see a lot of squad vibes, if not just 1 or 2. And I think this is going to be looking really good. And look at this, the loots being distributed between the players, and the loots are, just being the plus and the minus of the loots is what is happening out here. Kashuk does not have a backpack, does not have a helmet, is still good with level 3 West right now. That's kind of a decent to good thing, that if you have to look around it, look on those areas. But let's talk about the thing that we were talking about. See, Bablu in the first game of Miramar, they also had that same landing spot. The zone was still in the northern side. They started with a late rotation, and that just cost them precious kills in that match. So I want to see if the same thing happens or if they have learned from their mistakes. So it may be good, it may be bad. It just depends on how they are gonna go around it.
Yeah, it actually is going to depend on how Bablu goes about this. I think this time they are going to try and avoid diving into 3 fighting teams right in the middle. And if they do not make the same mistake like the last time they played Miramar, I think this should be their game. Because today's performances, Bablu started out quite slow. I mean, they got eliminated on the 7th, but still the number of kills actually somehow managed to keep them in the top 4. And in the next game, got eliminated at 3rd, but since they had a lot of kills on them, they were in the 2nd position. In the standings, that is. But I think the thing that Bablu values, it is going to be that chicken dinners. So their target was 4 chicken dinners in one day. They have lost 2 games. Talking about losing, FS Baba, he's going to charge in on that first floor of that factory. He's going to get 1 knock. Crypto from Star is going to be taken out as the backup comes in for Baba, who was just surviving there with 20 health. And now switching over to the punches just to save the bullets. Another player, Phantom from Star, he's going to be finished off. And Star, they are going to be in trouble as Freestyle are going to capitalize on those kills. And as we were talking about, I think I saw H2E take a knock in the kill feed as well. That's going to spell trouble for them. And it is going to be R3D that they are going up against. Walker already has the Mini 14 in his hand, and getting a Mini 14 before the 5-minute mark, that is just lucky for you, because as we say, RND is in walls, and RND rhymes with grenades. I don't know why I said that for some reason, because it absolutely doesn't. Anubis is going to go for the charge in, tries to go for the flank. Old Boy is the man who has been spotted, and the damage has been done. Drops down to 20% health, but can he survive this one? 4 people charging in towards him. Old Boy goes towards the other side of the house, and his teammate was abandoned, and he was taken out. Old Boy was taken out as well. H2E just surviving with 1 player in this game, as Anubis is gonna go on a domination for himself.
I mean, the dominations are happening, and players from H2, they are still kind of safe in their area. Like, not exactly safe. Like, 2 players, they kind of had to just run away from those areas. And on your screen is 247 Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. They are just, just going for the loots that they actually want right now, the crucial loots from this area of El Azhar. But how far can they just rotate? How far they can go for the rotation, as the circle is on the northern side? And with that, I mean, they are in the circle, but for how long? As the circle shifts are going to happen, and when they happen, it's going to be really, really drastic. It's going to be either on the centralized area, or it can go for a hard shift, and those things are going to change each and everything. Meanwhile, Bablu still outside the circle right now. I mean, the blue zone is coming, as you can see the pictures of blue zone from the downward side. But the major thing is, if they make the same mistake, we might lose up a good team once again in the Miramar, and the history might repeat itself.
Yeah, history might just repeat itself. One thing that is different, it's going to be Fime who landed on Impala with 4 squads going there, but have actually managed to chase everyone away. HTeamXRange actually abandoned the area quite early on. And as you said, Ocean, Bablu, they need to be careful. They need to start rotating right now. And as they do not, if they do not do that, they are going to be in so much trouble. Right now on our screens, it is the team that we were talking about earlier. It was Aqua, who were trying to spot out the players from HR who are on the other side of the building. So they need to be careful, because one misfired shot is going to actually lead to information being given away to the opponent. And he spots out one. Adnan has been spotted out, has the Mini 14 in his hand. Fatty dishes out some damage. Adnan has been dropped down to around 60% health, but he has enough heals to sustain this fight and take this one for himself. So they are not going to be in so much trouble, but still they need to be careful. A really good flank coming in from one of the players on the players of Aqua. If they actually go in and actually get a charge in on this team, they can get a squad wipe, because Aqua is just there with 3 players. On the other side, HR, they have the man advantage for themselves.
Yeah, I mean they have the man advantage, HR, but then we'll have to see you can have man advantage, but the thing is the game just changes at an instant. Sometimes
Yeah.
it all depends upon how your opponents are playing and if they just understand your gameplay and if they just know what your next step is gonna be, because they are looking through your gameplay, like not literally, but still they are just trying to look through your gameplay, like what happens out in those areas, and they just understand the mindset. Of your opponents. But then Aqua, this team is looking really good. Like with 3 players, look at the confidence. They are still just trying to move in the open areas, and also the confidence is at an incredible level with this team. And the first airdrop, ladies and gentlemen, has an M249 for itself. Extended quick draw max snipers, level 3 stuff out there, level 3 backpack as well. All right.
Yeah.
If you had been given a chance that you can just carry either a frag or a smoke, only one thing,
Oh,
what
smoke.
are you going to?
That's an easy one. Smoke.
I'm not even going to argue with with that one. But then, all right, coming back to the game out here. All right, yesterday also I asked my other people, the South Asia region, so I'm going to ask this audience as well. If you had to choose just one type of bullet, like 5.56 or 7.62, which type of bullet are you going to pick? Just only one bullet. 5.56 or 7.62. Just keep on commenting.
Okay, so what Ocean means to say is if you are supposed to use just one, if you are asked to use just one type of ammo, not just one bullet.
No, not just one bullet. Exactly, you can't. It's not that weird thing going on where you'll just put a blade in between and the bullet will go to 2 directions or something. we're not playing that game. No, never.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, 7.62 versus 5.56. I think I said 7.62 in that one, and you picked the same thing.
I picked the same.
Okay. What
thing.
about this one? Smokes or frags? What about you?
I'm gonna go with frags because I have seen what Aqua did. Like I want that superpower. One frag, four people going on. Look at this thing. Freestyle, R3D Esports, Team Bablu, Team HR, Team Aqua. 5 teams, 4, make it 4 now as freestyle inside the circle, but 4 teams. You can see the blue marking around their names. That means they are in the blue zone right now. That just means that they are losing the. If they're not losing the players, they're still losing the health while they're trying to make inside the circle. And Team Bablu, once again, the history is repeating itself.
Yeah, history repeating itself, and if as freestyle, they are gonna catch R3D off guard. One of the players was taken down in H2E, and as I was saying, it was Futuretsu with that M16 in his hands, is dishing out a lot of damage on the players, and this team, they were in the blue zone, but now they're out of it, and R3D on the other side, they are cornered in the blue zone, because if they move an inch, the players from freestyle are just gonna dish out the damage on them, so now they are hiding, they are using those heals, and the heals are being pulled out by this team, which is going to be an amazing thing, because now for the future fights, R3D, they are just gonna be fighting with the health they have. They can't recover later on. FS, they are forced to rotate themselves as a blue zone. Then the next blue zone starts to move, and we still have to see if Bablu, they are gonna be able to make it or not. And yes, they actually do. As I say that, just one player in the blue zone who's gonna be in the vehicle. He's gonna come in at any given second now, and Bablu, they are gonna be safe, not taking that much damage, but that is still damage is just damage. So in the future fights, they are literally not gonna be fighting with 100% health.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be like one of the things out there. But then see, now Team Bablu gets to make it inside the circle.
Yeah.
R3D was also outside the circle. So there were some teams that were outside the circle, and this team is one team that we have many expectations from. Gaming Hub. Like Gaming Hub has had a really good runs with them, and they've had kind of bad and decent runs as well. But Gaming Hub is also a fan favorite team out there. 247 has also done a really commendable job in the first game as well. R3D, you can see the players just going outside, being taken down by the circle out there. And second hero, this is a perfect combination of a gun and a scope if you can get through an airdrop. This happens once in a lifetime or something. I don't know. AWM with an 8 times, and look at this, the players out here from GH, from Gaming Hub merge, just trying to spot some players and pop some heads, but right now just failing. Give this guy the AWM already, like, because he is trying to get the results out of a bolt action, and if he does, I think that will be like the farthest shot that we have ever seen, just hitting an opponent or something.
Oh, yeah. That is definitely going to be one of the coolest shots, and could probably make the highlight reel, but Emerge did not actually manage to connect. The distance was way too much, and the opponent was moving way too fast for him to actually land it. on the other side, he is going to be safe for a while as they are going to be on the high ground for themselves. And on the water treatment area, that is where the team of Gaming Hub is. Talking about teams being in certain locations, R3D, they are still trying to fight the blue zone. And this could actually spell trouble as the next circle is going to come in as well. And R3D, they have made their way up towards the northern side of the power grid. But the circle, once again, is around that... is around on the northern side of the water treatment area, and water treatment is also going to be inside the zone for now. So that could actually be one of the contested locations. Bablu right now in the Hacia Nadal Patron area. FS is there as well. DFUZe, KPK Gaming, R3D, they are just about to make their way inside the area between the play zone and the blue zone right now. So once again, that is going to be contested by the teams. Hacia Nadal Patron is going to be the point of rotation. As I talk about the point of rotation, Aqua Fandy, he's going to catch out some of the players rotating, and the shots were being fired on Team HR, but the players actually managed to get away somehow.
They managed to be out there in the safer area, but FS Malik right now taking the fight against R3D. Anubis has been dropped down. It's just down to one player out there for R3D. What's going to happen as FS is moving in forward? The circle is also the second thing that is moving in forward. Kashu can just go uphill and can spot the hits and can just, take the players down, but then it's down to Malik and Baba right now as the players from FS are moving out, and so is one player from the other squad as well as R3D's players. They also need to be inside the circle as soon as they can. All the other players are left for bleeding. As you can see, one player is just slowly and steadily bleeding out, cannot be revived right now. The players know this. They are gonna charge into their safer area as the circle is slowly and steadily just coming into an end. And with that end of circle, I think there's gonna change a lot of things. But look at this, Ezio, he just crossed the paths with FS, and FS, they know that there's a solo guy in his vehicle, so they can just pop him out, and there goes him. And there is one more chance of R3D going down as he will be slowly and steadily finished. Some shots being taken on him, and he will be taken down by an Uzi with that distance. That was not a lot, but still it works if it works. And HR trying to also takes on one player. So R3D is just slowly and steadily just going out of the equation.
Yeah, they are in a lot of trouble. Two players being taken out in really bad situations, but still we are sitting at 16 teams alive in this game. 15-minute mark is about to be hit. The blue zone is coming in at any given moment. The fourth play zone is going to come in our vision. On the other side, DFUZe with the high ground, HR with the low ground, but the compounds on their side for the cover. Are they going to go for this one? As Snaker has taken a lot of damage. Talking about taking damage, the gun that helps you dish out damage, it's going to be the M249 coming down in the airdrop with the level 3 armor, the helmet, and the med kit, which can actually help you heal up. Ronnie from DFUZe, he's going to use the M16 to blow out the tires on that buggy, just because he does not want the players from HR to actually get away. Rotations being cut out already, and HR, they are going to be cornered in a little bit as DFUZe is going to engage in this fight. But look at this. Colossi from R3D is going to use this chaos to his advantage and is going to run away, just trying to avoid any sort of contact, any sort of information being exchanged between him and the players from DFUZe. But Insane is there, and if Insane can actually cut off Colossi's rotation and catch him off guard, take him out in an instant, he's just covering his back. So DFUZe are basically right now fighting 3 versus 4.
Yeah, I mean, they are actually fighting 3 versus 4 right now. So that's going to be one of the things that can change everything. But R3D, you see, they don't know the exact number of players that are right in front of them. If they know, then they'll just, go and charge in. But on the other hand, Fime on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you can see, and Bablu is also taking some fights against 2x. So this is the shades of the previous game where Bablu and 2x, they had a one-on-one trade and fights out in their areas, and FalaQ Wizard just goes down by the play zone. That's going to end one more team. Bablu goes, look at him, moving in forward, just charging in, going for a squad vibe if they can go for it. Ghost is going out. The level 3 helmet, level 3 West takes down one as well. Now it is just one final player. Virus, will he be spotted? The car has been blown. They kind of know that there's a player out there, but Ghost goes down. This is looking bad for Bablu as well, because this should not be happening. This is the shades of the previous game. Bablu Pikachu goes for a grenade, takes on Virus on a low health. One more throw coming in on Virus right now. They know that the player should be inside the smoke. They have that advantage for themselves. But now 2x also knows that there is a player known as, there's a team known as Bablu out there, so he needs to be careful with each and every single step that he should be taking. Sneak goes out, and and Sneak goes down as the fights are happening, but M249 comes into the equation by Fine Flicker as he takes down one player. Bablu Pikachu taking the fights on both the directions. This guy is gonna be catastrophic when the damage comes in, as HR is going down right now. Bablu Danny takes down one player from HR, as and Molotovs are coming in. Look at this, and Adnan has taken a lot of damage on himself, and Bablu, they are moving in forward. One direction they're taking one fighter, but on the other direction you can see Pikachu, he'll have to give the cover, the adequate cover that he can give right now. The players are moving. Ghost is out there. Can he spot the player? Will the first squad eliminated out here? I think so. Yes, the first squad gets out, and they are managing to save one of their players that would have gone down, but still they are managing. The revives will be coming in and out here. Fime Flicker, he is gonna be doing the damage. He's gonna be out there eliminating one more squad, and I think I would love to see Bablu versus Fime happening in Miramar.
Yeah, I think everyone is gonna love to see that, but Bablu, once again, Tyrant has been left all alone. And what I was about to say was, Bablu, they fought 3 squads at the same time. FS is there as well on the north ground, and they still managed to eliminate one of the squads that were late to the party. And taking advantage of that situation, Fime is just gonna get an elimination for themselves. His Predator is gonna go for the finish on one of the guys. Tyrant left all alone. He needs to regroup with his teammates, otherwise he's gonna be in trouble. He has the high ground. FS is there as well, and there was one of the players from the side of 2x still remaining. So now is gonna be the time to be careful. 2 teams have been eliminated. One of them was HR, the other one was R3D, and now Tyrant hiding behind the car. They turn their attention. Look at this. Look at what Bablu is doing. They know there are 2 squads right next to them. Still, they are trying to turn their attention towards the side of KPK Gaming. And this is actually smart, because as we talk about this, high grounds, they give you information, but they are quite open. They are quite exposed. If you are spotted out on a slope, you can be taken out. And Bablu actually clearing out their backs, making sure that there is no one who's going to come in. If anyone is there, kill them first and then go for the fights in the front, unless the teams are charging in, which is not going to happen. That is an advantage. Blaze is going to charge in on that car, takes a lot of damage, drops down to around 80% health. I don't think he expected some team to actually be waiting for him, since he already heard the shots.
Yeah, that being Team Bablu, he never expected it, but then now they are gonna expect, as the grenades are coming in. Blaze, his car has been blasted. He has been spotted by Bablu Ghost. But then look at this. Fime out there takes down FalaQ, and that will be the end of FalaQ. Fime is also doing damage, but on the other end, Fime Sneak has gone down. S247 also comes in. KPK Blaze has been taken down by Bablu Pikachu. This is totally different Miramar gameplay from this team. A grenade comes in. This grenade can take down 2 players. If it just is actually right. Fime Flicker is also around. 247 versus Fime is happening. And Fime is actually taking a lot of shots, as we have seen 2 or 3 players going down. 247 Gaming goes down by the play zone. Players of 247 are going down by the play zone. That's a miracle for Team Fime right now. They can be safe out there, but no. Team Fime gets eliminated as well.
And as we talk about teams being eliminated, I think KPK Gaming, they were being third-partied. Bablu Danny is going to drop down, defuse his player, and Tyrant does go on FS. And Danny defuse, Tyrant on FS. They are fighting 2 squads at the same time. Tyrant, he has a lone conquer. He has 1 man alone cornering an entire squad. 2 players, they are in the corner. Another knock coming in from the side of Tyrant. He needs to be careful. The other player, Futretsu, is quite low. But Tyrant, look at this man's confidence. Goes for the finish in front of his teammate. Futretsu was left with no option but to fall back. But now the other players come charging in. Tyrant is going to be taken down. And could this be the return of Bablu? Tyrant, no. The finish coming in. Ghost, he's going to fall back. But now they have to be careful. This is going to be the fight to control this mountain, to control the peak of this mountains. All the rotations are gonna happen from here, and at Bablu, they actually make this happen. This could be their game. KPK Gaming is right behind them, so Danny, Pikachu and Ghost are still gonna worry about them. But Ghost, on the other hand, he is gonna go, I think, for the vengeance of his teammates, as Danny goes for the flank on the other side, and KPK Gaming is still gonna be the team that they focus on. FS has been ignored for the while. Over there, against FS, Tyrant did get 1 kill, but he did lose his life in the process. And Bablu, now the aggression needs to slow down. You can't be as aggressive as before, because this is going to be a 3-man play coming in from this team, and you can't afford to lose more players. Down to the top 8 teams. And who is going to take the chicken dinner, as Aqua Hamza is going to get a kill on GH. They are in a bad situation, still fighting the blue zone. And Knight is there. His health is quite low. Does not have have that many heals, has 3 first aid, 8 bandages, still fighting with a level 1 backpack. So he is going to be lacking the space to for important stuff on him.
Yeah, that is totally true, but he does not lack one thing, and that is some impressive gameplay. The strategies, the scenarios that he has pulled in the first game as well, in the previous games as well. Bablu goes down as FS Baba takes up a fight. What's going to happen on the Bablu side? Bablu Pikachu also goes down as FS Malik actually goes for a fight down to just one player. That's going to be Bablu Danny. The revival is coming in, and FS Baba has been taken on. Malik is the lone survivor. If he rotates a lot from the left direction, 2x is going to catch him, and that is going to be the end of FS on alone, but FS Baba has been taken on. This is one impressive thing about Bablu. They take their kills first, and after that they go for the fights. Bablu Pikachu smoke should be out there. Yes, a smoke is coming in. A really good strategy by the team right now. They should be smoking in, then they should be going out. And FS Malik, look at him. He has been spotted on the other direction by 2x Virus, but Virus actually goes on, and it's down to Alien right now. Will Alien go for it? Virus has been finished. FS Malik 50% HP. KPK Blaze has been spotted. Goes with that mini 14. Goes for some tap shot, but misses all of them right now as KPK is in the cover right now, but not anymore as Blaze goes down, and the finish is gonna come in. Bablu gets the kill. Bablu is in a domination. Obviously the guy will be in a domination right now, and the airdrop was on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see what happens, what will be in that airdrop, as it will be really good for level 3 helmet invest, and if there's an M249 or something like AUG or Grozite, it's gonna be catastrophic. Freestyle goes down as obviously it's Bablu out there. They're gonna take players. 5 teams remaining, 13 players alive, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a 6 circle going in slowly and steadily. 23 minutes and 45 seconds into the game. Team Bablu with 3 players, Aqua with 3, F2D with 3, DFUZeOfficials with 2, and Gaming Hub. 1 player needs a revival, and 1 is still standing tall.
Yeah, who is going to take this one, as Aqua Fandy is going to be taken out by the Car 98 from the side of F2D Esports. Can they actually eliminate this team? Aqua, they have been on a tear through since the first 2 games, but this is going to be important for them as well, as Diffuse is coming in from behind of the side of the other mount, on the other side of the mountain, and they can actually get a flank on everyone else. But the downside is Diffuse is there with just 2 players, and this is going to be at max a 2 versus 3 situation, even if they survive till the final fights, unless the other team loses all their players and it's just one guy surviving, the probability of which is quite low. But Bablu Danny is going to get F2D Mafia, and that is just going to put the squad of F2D in trouble. And look at this interesting play from the side of Bablu. They are moving in along with the blue zone, and that is just because they do not want to worry about their backs. They just want to fight in their fronts, using the bush as cover. The Molotov was thrown, is going to throw out a couple of players, but the damage was just not there. Pikachu loses like 5 health from that Molotov. The revive did come in on the player of the side of F2D, but how long can they survive? They are being cornered from both directions, and Aqua Hamza is going to retaliate. You drop a Car 98 shot on one of my players, knock him down. I'm going to take your players down while you're distracted. But Talal from F2D Esports knocks down Hamza with that M4 spray kicking in. Wow.
Impressive. Bablu Pikachu also knocks down 1 player. Now all they need to do is just move in forward. Talal is taking the fights in his hands, but then that is an open area that he is going through. That can actually be really bad for him. He'll be taken down. Mafia will be taken down from the other side as Mafia goes down, but Bablu goes. Bablu, when the fight is theirs, the fight is theirs. One more shot, but no, the reload kicks in on 22 bullets, but then Pikachu will do the job out there. Bablu versus Aqua. What's going to happen as they have dropped down 2 players? Ghost has been taken down as Diffuse Sahir is coming out there on the right hand side. Will he know the location out there? And there's going to be the end of Aqua, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 3 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Can Bablu get the chicken dinner? 2 players surviving from Team Bablu. 2 versus 1. F2D Esports is out there. DFUZeOfficials is out there with the players in their hands. But which team is going to take the chicken dinner? 4 kills for Pikachu himself. 17 kills for Bablu. This is the game that they are known for. Can they steal this kill? Can they make it to 20? They have 3 kills in their hands. If they can make it to 20 kill gameplay, or will it be a 19 or 18 kill gameplay? That is my question. Bablu's 1 player still surviving with so low health right now. Will it be their game? We will have to see. DFUZeOfficial, 1 player has been taken on, but look at this. Nani's moving in forward with just 10 HP. What's gonna happen? He has no heals. He's moving in forward. 18 bullets in his Uzi right now. Sahir is down to 40 HP. Can he go for it? And yes, he's going for it, but Dani will be taken down. On the other hand, AKM comes in Pikachu's hand, takes down the player. Yes, no! What? No, that cannot happen out there. The game just ends as F2D gets the kill. What? No!
But Bablu, they have so many kills. They are still gonna be on the top of the on the standings, I think. What just happened? They lost the chicken dinner, but that is not gonna happen. That is not gonna matter in terms of the standings, but that is gonna matter in terms of the point. They lost extra points that could have been theirs, and the sad part is it wasn't even their fault. Danny was out of heals at that point. Oh man, this game has been insane so far. Like the stuff that has been going on, the third parties coming in on all these teams.
I for one had goosebumps on me at that one moment when
It was like Oprah was handing out third parties in this game. You get a third party, you get third partied, you get third partied, everyone gets third partied.
let's just use the MVP.
Yeah, let's
for this
just do
particular
that.
game, because this was more than anything a roller coaster of emotions. Talal has 4 kills for himself, 537 damage done by him, 24 minutes of survival time, 7 kilometers of distance. But then this team, F2D Esports, they had a chicken dinner. Huge kudos to this team right now.
Yeah.
And Talal, like having those precious skills for the team, that actually lands them to this spot. So that means they had impressive fights for themselves. But DFUZ and Bablu, so close yet so far when it comes to those 20-point mark. Like in just 1 second, in 1 microsecond, Bablu was at the third and the second was for DFUZ. Like in that micro 1 second, as F2D just went for that, and Bablu goes in this particular match, ladies and gentlemen, 5 kills, 777 damage. Dani, 5 kills, 771 damage. Sahir, 5 kills, 719 damage. So each and every person is out there in 700 damage mark. The ones that have 5 kills, and 4 kills for Bablu Pikachu and 4 for FS Malik. I mean, incredible gameplay. This is what PUBG Mobile, this is what every fan would like to see, these kinds of gameplays.
Okay, but in that that second last fight between Bablu and DFUZ, Danny once again charged in. He knew he did not have any heals. He knew he had to pull the shots from the enemies, and he did that job. The one player was knocked down by the time Pikachu got there, and it was a 1 versus 1 situation. But I think it was that sort of milliseconds of re-aim adjustment that got Pikachu killed. The time that you need when you go up the ridge, scope in, and try to readjust your aim.
He could have gone for the hip
fire. Yeah,
I mean, obviously, at that moment, when
in the pressure, you aren't able to
it
think.
happens. But then let's just see the overall standings for this particular match of Miramar, and let's see where it lands. The team as okay.
I said this. They are gonna be first.
Even if this was the first time that a third team has gone to the first
but
position.
Imagine this. They have 10 placement points, 17 kills.
Imagine 20.
Imagine 14. Like 14 would be a 34-point play. And 31-point play.
Where's the maths?
Wait, what did I just say?
You said 34.
Oh, yeah. 31-point play.
You say no.
Okay, yeah. No.
You say no. All right. So Team Bablu is out there on the first position with 10
insanity everywhere.
Yeah. No. All right. So on the second position is F2D Esports with chicken dinner and 25 points. DFUZ is out there on the third. No. Freestyle is out there on the fourth. Gaming Up on the fifth. Team Aqua. This team is climbing out there, and 247 on the 8th, and KPK Gaming. So there's one thing.
Yeah.
Team Fime is not in the top 8 this time. They got eliminated on 12th or 13th. That is one thing for the team.
But on the other hand, Fime, they were getting a lot of knocks for themselves, and just managing to secure 3 kills this time around. 4 points coming in for the side of Fime. HTeamXRange, they are 9th, Fime is 10th, R3D Esports 11th, Team H2E 12th, FalaQ is going to be 13th, HR on the 14th, the Stars on the 15th, and FTF Esports on the 16th position. So the standings are quite interesting, wherein teams just being eliminated a little bit later on, like 1 position later on, would have changed the points massively. It would have made a massive difference for them.
Yeah. I mean, you saw, right?
Like 27 to 31 to 34, 37 points. Yeah, they had 17 kills.
Yeah. I mean, see, it would have mattered a lot for the teams at that moment. But then from the third position, if they still manage to come to the first position, that's a lot of that's an impressive jump for the team right now. But we will have to see, like, if they can pull off the same in an Erangel match of the final match. But then not the same. I mean, we would like to see them having a chicken dinner for themselves or something.
And another impressive thing, I've never seen a squad split up, try to fight 4 squads at the same time. I've never seen that happen.
I mean, yeah, that is true. Like Titan was taking fight in the other,
Yeah.
and then they were taking fight from FS as well on the other side. So that was just more, and KPK as well.
FS, H2E, HR, and KPK. They fought 4 at once. Like, what is happening? Like, let's look at the overall standings. Bablu,
200 is in their mark.
look
right
at their
now.
kills. 87 kills.
See, their kills can be more than their placement points if they just go with the same pace, and that is going to be more than impressive because,
Yeah.
all right, in the history of PUBG Mobile, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
In the history of PUBG Mobile PMCOs, each and every PMCO out there, this has never happened that a team is having
More kills than their placement points.
placement points. They are still 1 kill behind.
Yeah.
But if this happens, imagine, because placement points you get in the bulk, kills you have
Yeah,
to earn.
earn.
And so this has never happened. If this happens, I think this will be the first time in the history that happens.
Yeah, this will be the first time in the history that happens. And you know what? Even if Bablu gets eliminated on the 16th position, I think they're still going to be the first team.
I mean, yeah, they don't have to worry about it. RNG is not playing today. NV is not playing today. Portal Esports, they are the first 4. And after that comes the Team Gaming Hub that is out there. Now I want to see if Gaming Hub ends up in the top 4 because they have 103. If they get eliminated in early stages, that's just going to be something. So will 2nd, 3rd, and 4th be, shaken or not?
But-
that is going to be one of my questions.
Another interesting thing. The last time Bablu played, they got so many points that the other teams, when they started playing, it took them 7 games to catch up to Bablu.
Yeah.
I think they can do that now in 2 games.
Yeah, and look at this Team Fime. Like they had a bad run in the previous game. Still, they are sitting on the 9, not phased, not going up, not going down. This is good for now, but then we know that this team is capable of doing much better.
Yeah.
DFUZeOfficial is out there on the 10th position. Team HR is out there on the 11th. Team TUF on the 12th. North Esports on the 13th. Rogue Nation on the 14th. Arcadians on the 15th, and RSxTeamx is out there on the 16th position with 60 placement points for themselves.
But moving on to the 3rd quarter of the standing, it's going to be Team Aqua on the 17th, F2D Esports on the 18th, DFUZeOfficial on the 19th, R3D Esports take a slight dip to the 20th position, Freestyle, they climb up to the 21st, Team HFD on the 22nd, 247 Gaming on the 23rd, and Team BTK on the 24th position. But moving on to the last quarter, let's look at the danger zone of this standing and see how the teams are doing over there, because it's going to be the Real TG on the 25th, H2E on the 26th, Blacklist is going to be 27th, FTF Esports on the 28th, The Stars on the 29th, FalaQ on the 30th position, KPK Gaming on the 31st, and HTeamXRange is going to be on the last position at 32nd.
Yeah, as of now, this is like there are teams that still have had 7 games and they are still sitting on the lower area, like KPK Gaming. You can see them, right? They still need to step up. It can be like we have seen a team that has done impressive comeback. That is Team Aqua.
Yeah.
So you can expect the same from KPK Gaming. I mean, not exactly the same. Like a kind of different. Maybe like going in with much more kills or with much less kills, but still trying to go for that chicken dinner moments or something like Team Aqua just went in for. I mean, the first game of Aqua was good. The second game was normal to good, and the third game was like once again normal to good. So it has been kind of downfall from the first game, but maybe they'll try and rise up once again. But then let's have a look at the kill leaders for now, the players who are making an impact, and let's see. All right, it's always Bablu Pikachu is always there.
Yeah, he is always there. No one is going to take him. And all the members of Bablu are always going to be there. Except Envy Apso is the man who is keeping them apart. What is the saying? Kebab mein haddi.
Kebab mein haddi. All right, I can bet you on one thing.
Yeah.
Next match, Bablu Ghost will be 2nd, Bablu Dani will be 3rd, Bablu Titan will be 4th, it will be top 4 from Bablu.
And Apso is going to be pushed down to the 5th position. I think when he comes back, he's not going to be happy about that. And he's
like,
he's going to squeeze his way in. Yeah.
He'll be like, what just happened? What, did they change something out here?
Yeah.
This does not look familiar. I was on the first.
Yeah, that is definitely going to happen. Top 5 kill leaders right now on our screens. But as we keep going and as the conversation keeps moving forward, let's have a look at the next 5. Because HR Snaker, once again, Snaker has been putting up amazing numbers today. And Fime from Flicker from the side of Fime is going to be there as well with 16 kills. On the other side, Vegeta is not playing today. RNG Dham is not playing today. Deadshot from Envy is also not playing today. Snaker is one of the scouts for his team, for Team HR, and always is able to spot out the enemies and somehow actually starts initiating the fights and still comes out on top. That's a good scout.
Yeah, that is exactly a a thing that you should be doing for the team.
Yeah.
I mean, see, each and every player has their roles and all, and if you're planning on to work on their roles, like Bablu, you can easily get those wins and all those things. So these have been 3 games, but I'll be like, much more excited about the final game. Like, will or will not Bablu get a chicken, or will Fime just come up? Will it be Fime versus Bablu in the final circle? I don't know.
What is going to happen? Stay tuned to find out after we come back from a short break. You guys keep watching. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Pakistan Group Stages. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and this is time for the last game for day number 4. And it is going to be played on Erangel once again.
And we are still with full energy because the Pakistan's group stages. This is like one of the best stages. Like so many table turns have happened, so many teams have gone up, so many teams have gone down, and this is like an impressive gameplay that we just witness each and every game. Some games are for comeback, some games are for different thing. But I think we'll be in the plane as we'll be talking because the fights are supposed to happen. Will Aqua come back as they did in the first Erangel? As you can see, a straight plane trajectory. Like trajectories are always straight, but a straight line. What am I saying? Okay, from starboard to military base, that is where the plane path is going on to. From farm, school, roads, okay, Asnaya, Puliana, Pochinki, military base. If you guys wanna go there, you can. But then the major factor is where will the circle take you till the final zone? Which teams are gonna survive? That is gonna be something. FTF is going for a drop, and FS Kashi has his own plane on the other side.
As we were casting the South Asia stage as well, this used to happen as in one player would have his
is Mr. Hughes, who had his own personal plane that sometimes they probably only had
too crowded. This one's too crowded. I'll just go alone. So that sometimes happens, but the players are exiting the plane as they move on towards their favorite landing spots. And once again, it's going to be the question, who is going to get the chicken dinner in this last game? Which is the team that's going to stand above all of the rest and secure the position points for themselves, along with the points for the kills as well? Because if you are an aggressive team, then the kills actually push you to a totally different level. And Bablu, once again, you see them heading over towards the northern Georgia Pole area. FalaQ, I think they are going to land towards they are heading towards that ruin sort of a situation. That is once again going to be interesting. FS are heading towards the containers. F2D Esports taking Ferry Pier. 247 take military base. HR towards Novo. FIME is going to take Milta as always. GH, they head towards Lakhavi, but they are going to be contested by the players from the side of Star as well.
I liked one thing. Bablu Pikachu, if you guys saw on the screen, he just landed. He just sat back on the buggy, and he was just waiting for his player to land right in front of him, and he was just sitting out there. That was just something really different out there.
Dedicated rules.
Exactly, that is one thing that just comes. And look at this, what happens with Rutsu. Yeah, they were out there in the same vehicle, Tyrant, and this time I think the first vehicle not coming in for a team. I'm tired. They don't need guns this time. It's just incredible out there. First kill already dropping in less than 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. This was something impressive by the side of Team Bablu.
Yeah, this was definitely impressive. And FS Freestyle, they're not going to be happy about it. One of the players just was driven over. Now they're going to go look for the loot, but they find Bablu instead. Is this going to be a chase without guns? Is this going to be a car crash? Basically a derby coming in, demolition derby. That's going to be
they have guns. Ghost is dropping people. One down. Let's go. Drivers are coming in. 2 down, 2 to go. What's going to happen? Pikachu is also out there. They are moving in the wrong direction if they are, as Pikachu also has to come in. And look at this. Ghost is...
that is going to break momentum.
Yeah, that's going to hurt a lot right now. But will they continue? Or will FS be like, all right, we are safe? Yes. Now they go for a U-turn, and FS is like, oh, finally.
I think Ghost is going to be pissed after that one. He's like, we were getting kills. Like, why can't you drive properly? And as Krat would say,
next time, let me drive.
As my mentor, official Krat would have said at that point, isko license nahi milega.
Yeah, he won't be getting a license after this one. But then, I mean, they'll be like, one of them will be like, bro, why did you do that? The next one will be like, don't worry, we'll see them once again.
Yeah.
we'll have those kills. Why are you worried about it? That's one thing. For the respect on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, and they are looting the Water City area. This is a really versatile and a really good area to loot. Like, this is one of the most underrated areas out there, alongside Query as well. Like, Query is not a good area for looting initial loots, but Query is a really good area for fights if you have a higher ground advantage. I made a video about that. Do check it out. And KPK Gaming on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can see on your screen, like, this area of Georgia Pole, obviously a really good area. Blaze has had some damage for some reason, but then we'll have to see what happens. Fime Sneak, Fime's squad in the Milta area. They are also starting their loot, but the major factor that with this team is the movements. That is where they kind of, lose the game.
Yeah, exactly. It is going to be the movement, the rotation. And on the other side, talking about rotations, DFUZeOfficial, he's not going to rotate anywhere as he's going to be cornered empty-handed. Just a level 1 helmet, level 1 backpack on him. And he has one gun as well. So if the players from the side of 2x, they do not spot him out, they get too close, he is going to kill them. I think he has a shotgun on him. If we can get a better angle, I think that is a shotgun on him. And if they do not spot him out, he is going to go for a wipeout on these guys from the side of 2x. But they spot him out, and majority is Major Whitey is going to kill him off. Why did I say majority?
You were thinking like he's gonna get majority of the kills or something at the end of the game or something like. That's yeah, that's how I save you. That's cool. Nevertheless, this is a good thing. See, they'll just leave him out there bleeding for a while so that he can either maybe call his teammates or something like those things, or his teammates are gonna just be picking up the pace to move in or something, and they can make some mistakes. But not anymore. Now they are gonna just loot the crate. They're like, we are done with this. And look at Fime, Sneak, and Motu. They are just sitting out here. They also need to move as soon as they can. I mean, the circle is fairly on their side right now, so they don't need to see. The circle is fairly on the Fime side, but the center of the circle, the potato hill, the farm-ish area, that is still empty. There's no one around that area. Diffuse is going to that area. They just lost one player, but still 247 is in the military base area. Previously, no one went to the southern area in the first game of Erangel.
Yeah, no one went to the southern area because the circle was totally focused on the northern one. But this time, the entire land of Erangel is going to be up for grabs as FTF. They are coming in from the Severny area, and Bablu, they are on the northern side of Georgiapol City, and they are going to be contested by the players from the side of FS. They have already taken out 2, and I think Ocean, you're going to be right. The players would have said to each other, don't worry, we'll catch them again. And talk about this as well. KPK Gaming and Aqua, they are on that Georgiapol area for themselves. HR, they have taken control of the Nova situation for them. And once again, not being contested is going to provide you with so much free time. Bablu goes on our screens, has an AK, has an M16, has enough loot, already has 6 first aids, 1 med kit, 10 bandages, 3 energy drinks, 2 painkillers. So he's going to be pretty healthy no matter how many people fight him, how many people do damage to him. Yeah.
He has 2 guns, wants the third one, uses a revolver for that one. He was like, I just want each and every gun out there because imagine if we see a revolver kill out of nowhere.
Oh, yes.
I mean, just imagine the thing. But then these guys are really good with their guns, and they will obviously show it out in their gameplays. But then we'll have to see. See, the circle is gonna be one of the things that's just gonna change everything right now in the initial stage. The first circle is out here. 7 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 59 players. I mean, some of them were lost in the early fights, but still, no hope is lost by the teams as all 16 teams are still surviving, still trying to take the fights. Let's see which team just comes out on the top. And some players, as you can see on the screen, still have shotgun with in their initial loot.
Yeah, and I think by this time, you need to be trading out the shotguns for those assault rifles, or at least get SMGs for yourself. Because shotguns in this late stages are not going to work out for you. People are going to be coming with DMRs, assault rifles, a lot of ARs, and you need to be careful about that. But H2 Esports, I think they are going to not be careful. They are just going to be happy about the fact that the entire Pochinki city is going to be theirs uncontested. And now the teams are going to start pouring in. Once again, the circle, the play zone has been centered around Pochinki. Ruins, Rosa, Gatka, the military base, Milta, all in there. And the teams from the northern parts, they are going to have to rotate in towards these play zones and these locations to get some cover for themselves. Because other than that, it's just open roads and open lands, open fields all around. On the other side, the airdrop coming in with the Groza, with the extended mag, with the level 3 armor, the level 3 helmet, and the level 3 backpack as well. So a good drop coming in, and rotations about the team. So look at this. Bablu in the blue zone. FTF, 1 player in this blue zone. Aqua in a couple of seconds will be in the blue zone. And FS, they are so scared of Bablu and all the teams now that only 2 of them are remaining, that they are just going to run around in the blue zone and try and make their way in towards the play zone, which can actually be risky. Because if there is a team that decide to gatekeep, you are going to be taken out in just a matter of seconds. And Bablu once again going in for the late rotation this time around, because the last time they played on Erangel, the first game for the day, they went in for an early one and ended up losing a couple of players from themselves, wherein they just charged in on an entire team, did not care about anything.
Exactly. And R3D on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, they are trying to take the fight with FalaQ right now in the school. You see, school area is a really good area, but look at this. Players from the side of FalaQ are coming in from the outer direction as well, and one of the players is going to take a lot of damage. As you can see, he wants to make it to safety. Wizard is out there, but still respect out there. Obviously, just finishing him in the hint of seconds as they spot him, and the grenades are going in and popping out as well. If the grenade comes in really close to him, that's going to be the end game for him as of now. But then look at this. Fuglet's health is so low right now, and Ezio is going for a flank right now. He is just being Assassin's Creed out there. What's going to happen? We will have to see. Clone is on the upward area. Wizard is on the upward area. Grenade comes in near Walker. His health has been taken down to a low health right now.
Yeah, but FalaQ, I think the disadvantage came in the fact that they were split up. They went for a 2-2 split. 2 players in the school, 2 players in the school apartments. And in that situation, a team coming in from the southern side can actually engage in on them. That is exactly what's happened. Because had there been 4 players, it is really hard to contest people inside schools. It is a big area. It is a big building. Yeah, there are a lot of windows, but shooting when people are moving through those small windows is quite tricky. And now Clone, Wizard, all isolated on different floors. They need to regroup. They need to get together to take this fight against the players from the side of R3D. Otherwise, they are just going to be taken out. Wizard once again is on the first floor. Cyclone is going to go for the heal. He's going to try and get to 100% health before he actually takes this fight. And now R3D, they are in the building, still sticking on the ground floor, trying to find a way on towards the first floor. But now Wizard, he knows the location. The pre-fire comes in, but that's just going to be information being given away. And as he goes for the reload, the players from the side of R3D, they make their way in, and now hiding in the classroom right across from it. The nade is being thrown, but that was a tricky one. The damage, can it be done? Now the players are charging in on Wizard, and he needs to get out of there now. He's going to drop down to the ground floor outside the building, and Clone is just stuck on the roof. The players, if they go charging in, and so this needs to be a perfect execution from the side of FalaQ. They can go for a double wraparound, wherein Close goes from the top floor to the down floor through the stairs, and the other 2 players actually go up at the same time. They can choke the players from the side of R3D, but that, as I said, it has to be a perfect execution, because a single mistake is actually going to result in Clone being taken out, and then R3D, they are just going to take control and then wipe out the other 2 players from the side of FalaQ.
Yeah, 2xvirus also took the fight. And look at this. Joker, he is spotting the players out there from FalaQ's side, and he has a Thompson right now. Can his Thompson do the damage, or will he have to pop out the shotgun that he has? I mean, 2 really different guns out with him for the second circles fight. And 2x is taking a fight against Sa, and I think Sa is going to be in a bad situation. Freestyle is outside the circle. Just 1 player remaining. One of them is down right now, and 1 player can go down. Yes, Thompson is put to work, and it's good to work right now. What's going to happen as the other team right out there, FalaQ is gonna be in a bad situation. 1 player remaining from this squad. Can he just clutch it out, or is it gonna be the end game for him as he's trying to go away? And the Stars actually make out their exit as Star Crypto and Phantom and Knight fall short of in the fight right now. FalaQ Clone taking the top TPP. He knows that the players are there. He has information. He knows that he should not be taking up a fight. The shots are on him. Walker is moving forward. Enough said. That is the end of FalaQ out in this game.
Once again, the very common mistake being made of giving your opponents isolated fights while all of them are regrouped. Isolated fights are easier to deal with if you are trying to go for a team fight, then go for a team fight. 1-1 situations, 1v3 situations, that's what you're providing to R3D. That is going to cost FalaQ the early exit in this game. But talking about taking exits, one thing that's going to help your opponents take the early exit, it's going to be the AUG in your hands with the extended quick draw mag for the assault rifles, along with the level 3 vest, the level 3 helmet, and the level 3 backpack. So if you have all of this stuff, you can actually escort your opponents to an early exit.
Yeah, I mean, it's all those things that
Help
are needed.
out.
Yeah, exactly. It's all those things like how you are gonna use your utilities. And look at this thing. Fine. I remember this compound in a really good way. You remember the first game that Bablu played, they were out in this compound and they had 17 kills in their bank right out from here. Right now it's Fime's time. Can they go for the fights as 2x's players are right in front of them? Virus and Sajid. They are 2 players are sitting out there. They've done some damage. and now they were looting the crates of the players that they just popped out. They have lost 2 players in the process as well, but still the 2 players that there are, Virus and Sajid, both are safe right now. Khan and Sneak moving in, Predator and Moto just moving in out there. What's gonna happen as Trinda from HI is also trying to spot some players in the third circle. 49 players alive, 14 teams remaining out there. What's gonna happen? Aqua goes down as KPK Blaze just takes up a fight. What is happening out there? We'll have to see as well. H2 also takes a fight, and Aqua has been finished out there. That is a kill steal by the team of H2E. That is something really amazing. I mean, that is going to be like one of the things that just always, give you knock one down, the other player is just waiting out there to steal the kill, and they just steal the kill. You cannot do anything about it. The kill counts in their favor.
Yeah, the kill count is definitely going to be in their favor now, and now you are just going to be 1 player down. And in the end, it is all gonna matter, because as we say, every single kill can push you up, every single kill lost can push you down, as we saw in the last game, where Bablu, just based off on the amount of kills that they had, went from finishing 3rd in the actual game to 1st in the game standings based on the points. So kills are going to be important. If you knock someone down, go for the finish. But now it is going to be Fime engaging in the 2 players from the side of 2X squad, and they are still being patient. They are paying respect to the fact that 2X is a good squad, still have the teammates in there and can be collapsed upon at any moment. So Fime, they are being careful, and that is a good thing. But as soon as they get 1 knock, even I know they are going to charge in, and even they know they are going to charge in. 2X knows they are going to charge in if they get a knock, so even 2X is hiding.
Yeah, I mean, they are hiding right now. Obviously, they don't want a part of that fight happening to them right now. And with a team like Fime and all the big names, obviously right now, and the fact is that the number count is not in their favor. So
yeah,
that is going to be one of the things that just takes them away. And FTF on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, as Charlie would like to move in forward as they can. They are at the edge of the circle. 4th circle, 30 seconds more. What will happen after that? R3D's Joker has spotted them, and they are trying to spray, but then all the shots will be missed as nobody's going to be there. They have exited the area right now, but R3D, they can, if they focus their attention on the other direction, they can spot some players out there as well. 440 meters is where they have to go to the circle. H2E failure goes down by his own vehicle. That's going to be something, and FTF Lala has been spotted out there as well as 2X takes the fight, and Fime Khan has been taken down. Fime is being contested. Predator White is on the other side, cannot do anything about it, and all the 3 players were on the other sides as well. That is a turn of events out there as Fime loses one of their players, and R3D is looking really good. Bablu, on the other hand, making an appearance on the screen right now, has just 3 kills, but we have seen them go from 3 to 13 in just like 0 to 10 seconds or something.
They had 2. They killed someone at this moment, I think.
Yeah.
And now they turn their attention towards the side of Fime.
Oh, this is something that people are gonna like. Fime versus Bablu.
Oh yes.
Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? I don't know. They are looking in the right direction, but does Fime know that if a knock comes, it's gonna be from the Bablu side? I think now they will, as the shots are coming. But look at that. Danny has been taken last. Fime was also looking for them. Danny was going for a flank. Was caught off guard in that scenario. Was caught on guard actually, because they were going on the Fime side only, and Danny, the curve fires are coming in. Fime Sneak is out there. Fime Moto is out there. They know the players that they have given the damage out there right now. Pikachu is moving in forward. The smokes cloud has been formed. The smokes are coming in. It's a really good strategy. Revive your teammate before your opponent just find it. But then I think Pikachu will spot at Predator. Almost fought him.
Yeah, he turns away at the worst possible time, and that's going to allow Pikachu to revive Danny. And Danny is crucial to Bablu in every single engagement. Look at Ghost. The blind fires. Spam shots with that many 14. Actually, some of them managed to connect with the target, but still not enough damage to actually kill someone off. And since we know it is Bablu, I think they are going to fight Diffuse and GH and Fime at the same time. But Ghost, he has been knocked down. I think the revive is going to come in at any second as Tyrant is popping up the smoke, and as soon as the smoke is there, they need to be safe. Bablu, they need to take this one perfectly as well, just like they did the last time on Miramar, when once again they fought 4 squads at the same time. Bablu, they are being surrounded. Fime Predator with that DP in his hand is going to look out to spot the players from the side of GH, and Tyrant is running in the smoke, goes to the first floor where his teammate is waiting. The revive is going to come in on Ghost as well. On the other side, Danny has been revived as well and is still pretty healthy to take take the fight. So at any given moment, as soon as Bablu feel comfortable and as soon as they feel like it is their time, they are going to charge in on one of these teams, and either we're going to see Bablu being taken out or either we're going to see the other team being taken out. But someone who's going to be taken out, it's going to be Aqua, as Predator with that DP spray is going to connect on Faddy and he is going to be knocked down. So that is going to put Aqua in a really bad situation. But Bablu Pikachu still focused on the players from Fime is going to try and get the revenge for his teammate being knocked. But now the fights are just growing as GS, they turn from Bablu and focus their attention on towards FTF. Rams is going to take Emerge from his hands. KMD is going to take Rams. Back and forth trades coming in, and Team Aqua is going to be eliminated as Bablu and Fime, they turn on an entire squad of Abs, and the distance is not going to matter. Whoever is going to be out in the open is going to go down. Bablu, another one, is going to be taken down.
If it's Pochinki map, it is going to be Bablu's map. Freestyle goes down as well. 10 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 37 players alive. What's going to happen? Gaming Hub, another big name surviving out there with 4 kills. They have spotted Bablu. 3 big squads are going to be fighting with one another right now. Fime Moto has been taken down as Pikachu takes the fight. Fime Seek also goes down. 2 players of Fime. Out of Fime have gone on a grenade from Failure. Will the grenade hit? Will the grenade hit? He is popping grenades right now. They are on the top different direction. But if that grenade would have hit, I would have seen the damage that would have been out here. Adnan takes down one. Flama takes down R3D's Colossi. That is all happening out there. Bablu Pikachu is also on the screen. And it's going to be the end of one more team. Well, not proper end as F2D is moving on the other direction. But I think Gaming Hub, they are going to go for it as Talal is out there. Adil, 1 HP surviving medkit is being popped up. But if Talal spots him, that's going to be the end. But on the other hand, Mafia also goes down. Talal with just 50 HP still surviving. Adil is on 100 right now. He's going to go. He's going to go. But then before him, the team of F2D Esports is going to exit the stage. But look at this. Bablu goes, takes on KBK Viper as well. The fights are happening. R3D Esports make an exit. Tyrant is on a domination. 7 kills already with this team right now. Can this team hit 200 mark? That is my question. Will they go for it? Look at this. DFUZeHani just right in the forward area, and DFUZeHani is so low with his bullets right now. But still, Pikachu is trying to spot the players on the other direction. Reload, but still he manages to go for it. Pikachu was reloading the vehicle, the gun, and the cover comes in out there. That was just more than impressive.
Why would people charge on Bablu? Like, he goes in, he's like, I'll get information. They're like, you don't get information, you just die over here. And that is exactly what happened. The player was taken out in an instant. They do not care that his teammates are behind them. They are shooting the cover fire for their teammate. And Bablu is like, alright, how many shots can you hit? How many can you land? We are out in the open. We'll just take this fight and we'll come out on top as well. As Bablu rack up 11 kills on them, and Ghost is going to get another knock. Can he get the finish as well? But Fime, they are going to be in trouble. 2 players down. Predator and Sneak, the only 2 remaining, and Predator is going to be taken down by H2E Dread. The knock coming in. Just 1 player standing. Sneak, he's the only one standing. Can he survive this one? H2E, they're right behind them. Ghost is providing the cover fire for the side of Fime. He can actually get the kills and protect Fime this time.
Unknowingly, he'll be protecting the team out there. Like he does not know if Fime is out there or not. And Trent is on a domination right now as he has 3 kills for himself. Ghost with that mini 14. Bablu is still 4 men strong right now. Can their gameplay be at that point as they have 11 kills for themselves in a matter of time? They just increase their kills, and that is just more than impressive from this team right now. No team is inside the circle except for Adnan from HR. Other than that, no person is inside the circle. Say no more. Adnan drops 1 person down. Fime Snake still surviving with 1 more player. Bablu Ghost is moving in forward. He wants to charge into one direction. I think he's going to go for a leftward flank or a rightward flank. That's going to be his answer. Snaker just trying to move in. 4 players from HR also surviving. 247 Gaming. 1 player surviving. 2 players are knocked out. H2 Esports. 1 player is knocked out. 2 players surviving out there. Fime. 2 players surviving. 1 kill for Fime as of now. 11 points for Team Bablu. HR with 6 points. Gaming Hub with 8 points. Team3 with 1 point in their hands. 247 with 3 and 5 with 1 single point. And look at this. This can be a bad strategy. This strategy can backstab. They are 4 people in 1 vehicle. They should not go for it. A smoke is in his hands. He smokes it in a that is impressive. That He did an impressive thing out here. They were using the smokes, wasting no time for the smoke to pop out.
It was a driving smoke on a tree and it landed perfectly as well. And Danny's going to get a knock on the players from the side of GH. Tyrant takes some damage. Ghost is dropped down to 50% health as well. Bablu, the execution on that play, it was amazing. They had to get out of that situation and they did it perfectly. And Pikachu is going to knock down him. GH, they are going to be in trouble as KMD is going to be spotted out. Pikachu with those blind shots in that grass with that AK and the red dot. It connected, but now the nade being cooked. If this lands, that's going to be a wipeout. And HR Trend, he is just firing blindly in that smoke. Does not know where the players from Bablu are. And GS, they are going to be eliminated as KMD is going to be taken down by 247 bounds.
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. HR Trend, the guy was on a domination before, had 3 kills for himself, but can he make it to 4? He has spotted one person almost inside the smoke, but he did not as well. Playzone takes on H2E's failure out there as he does not want to give a kill. An impressive strategy. I mean, I gotta say, you can keep the kills. Look at that Prime Predator in the open. That is the end of Team Fime out here as they exit the stage on 5th position. Will it be Bablu's gameplay? 4 players remaining, and when it's number 4, it's always an impressive gameplay from their side. Where's the circle gonna shift? That is also a big question. HR with 4 players, Bablu with 4 players. H3 gets eliminated. 247 Gaming with 1 player. 8 players remaining as it's a 4v4 fight, ladies and gentlemen. Which team is gonna survive? Tyrant is going in with the spray of his own, but just misses some shots from Adnan right now. But what's gonna happen? Trina is also out there, and Flama is gonna go with his Dacia right now. Can they or can they not move in? The circle is right next to Bablu. They are inside the zone. HR is not. Dani goes down as Trina goes in for a fight through the smoke. They can spot one more play. If they go, that's gonna be really catastrophic as HR is slowly and steadily moving in forward. Will it be a chance game as Tyrant goes down with a grenade of his own? Snaker takes Dani. Snaker takes Ghost as well. 1v4 for Pikachu. Can he take it? Can he take it? Pikachu can spot one. Yes, he does. He spots one. He takes one with 1 HP remaining on himself, but that's going to be as Flama goes down 20 HP for him. Adnan really low. Popping up a first aid. Both players are popping, but Adnan will pop a first aid 1 second first, 1 second beforehand if that happens. But still, he's back to 75% HP. 1v4 for him. Will it happen? 3 players remaining. Snaker, they all know the location. They all know it. They all have the information. Takes on one more as well. Is on 50% HP. What's going to happen? Reload is coming in, and that's going to be the end. Oh my god, that was so close.
Yeah, that was so close, so close for Bablu. They get so close to the chicken dinner, but still so far away from it. And the performance.
2 times this has happened. First, that was 3rd position in Miramar, 2nd position out here.
It was another 2nd place finish for them as well on Vikendi. And this team, they did not get a chicken dinner, but I think they have gotten a lot of points in the games that they have played, and it just has been amazing watching their performances.
They'll be 200 plus for sure, if anything. But
I think so. We'll have to see how many, how many teams, how many points they are going to get from this one. But HR also put up an amazing performance, and their strategy was a bit different. So let's have a look at the MVP for this game. It's going to be Trenda with 5 kills, 577 damage, 6.99 kilometers traveled, and 23 minutes survival time. So as I was saying, Hellraisers, HR, they had an amazing strategy for this one as well. Full on passive play till the early stages, and went towards the end of the game, when it was the open field fights, that's when they started catching people off guard. And that's when they sort of went in for those kills, and that worked out for them beautifully.
The rotations were good. This guy has covered 7 kilometers of distance alongside with his team, and 5 kills the 5 precious kills that he just brought up for the team. The final person was taken by him as well, so that just shows the impressive way of him fighting out there. And talking about impressive ways, Pikachu had that fight in himself as well. He was popping up the first hit when it was needed the most. He was taking down the players. The reload is what actually just cost him the match out there. But then let's see top 5 players as well as we are talking about, because if anything, I'm sure that there should be Bablu squad as well. Yes, Tyrant is out there with 5 kills, 743 damage. Trinda with 5 kills, 527. HR Snaker with 1000 damage. That's a lot. Bablu goes with 814, and HR none. So HR has 3 players, Bablu has 2. That is impressive by first and the second team coming out there.
Yeah, these teams were doing a lot, and as we know about Snaker, as we have been seeing this guy this entire day trying to pull off plays for his team. And he is basically the second Danny in the game. But Snaker and Danny have a different play styles. Snaker actually goes in, spots out, and takes the fight from the distance, while Danny, in typical Bablu style, is like, hey guys, here they are, I'm gonna go in, you guys can follow up whenever you feel like.
Or you can just loot the crates if anything. That's also what it goes for. But then let's see the standings of Erangel, and let's see if maybe Bablu is on top. I don't think so, because 6 points mark. Yeah, obviously that 7-point mark is gonna be something. And 20 placement points for HR, 14 kills for them. That was impressive, as 34 points are theirs. Bablu on the second, Gaming Hub on the third, with 10 kills for themselves. 247 Gaming drops down to 4th. Team H2 drops down to 5th. R3D is on 6th. Fime is on 7th. So Fime is always on 7th or 8th in these ones. 2xOfficials are on the 8th position with the 6 placement points for themselves.
Had Bablu had 15 kills instead of 16 kills instead of 13, 3 extra kills, I think they would have done what exactly we were talking about before game. They would have made history when their total placement points would be less than the number of points they earned for kill. But talking about that later on when we look at the overall standing. Let's add the standings of this game. 9-16, KPK Gaming 9, Diffuse on the 10th, The Stars on the 11th, Freestyle on the 12th, FalaQ 13th, F2D Esports on the 14th, FTF Esports on the 15th, and Team Aqua did not perform this time. Unlike the first game on Erangel, this time they will be on the 16th position. So, but for them, I think it is okay, just because it is a 3-man squad.
Yeah, it is a 3-man squad. So for now, I mean, if they had that that they could pull off an impressive game, I think they can just go for it once again if they want to in the coming stages, in the coming days, and all those scenarios. But for now, I think it was one bad game that they just had, but still they'll be in a really good situation in the overall standings. Now, talking about overall standings, let's just have a look at where we are standing as Team Bablu is gonna be out there 202 exactly.
Yeah.
They still see.
3 points, need 3 more points.
Yeah, that is going to happen really soon. I mean, all they need is a chicken dinner with 22 kills or something, and they will be out there with
23.
Like 22 will tie them, and 23 is going to be something that is going to happen, because for now, no team has reached so close. Like you can see, Team RNG is there. 93 and almost are like 48 for the team. Like that is just impressive for them. Team Envy is also out there. Gaming Hub is out there. Portal Esports on the 5th. Team HR is on the 6th. Team VFX Oxy on the 7th. And Nexus Team is out there on the 8th position for now.
Yeah, a lot of amazing performances coming in from this team. But okay, let's talk about this. As soon as we move on to the next section of the standings, the next quarter, and see where Team Fime is. They have been so consistent, but still not being able to make it into the top 8. I think that is just going to be heartbreaking, but still their standing is quite good. Top 10, being in the top 10 when you need to be in the top 24, that is actually pretty good from the side of Fime. But LOU Esports on the 9th, Fime 10th, 2xOfficial 11th, TUF on the 12th, North Esports on the 13th, Rogue Nation on the 14th, Arkadians, even when they are not playing, they are pretty consistent on the 15th position for now, RSxTeamx on the 16th position. Moving on from here, let's look at the table where teams need to perform really well, and this is interesting. Look at this. 17th position, Team Aqua. 18th, F2D Esports. R3D on the 19th. 247 Gaming on the 20th. DFUZeOfficial on the 21st. Freestyle on the 22nd. H2E on the 23rd. HFD on the 24th. And the difference between points, 57 for Team Aqua, who are on the 17th, and 43 points for HFD on the 24th. So the difference is not that big. The standings are going to be really volatile over here as well. And 43 points for the last team on the 24th position. Let's move on to the next last quarter and see how many points are going to be required by TeamBTK, who are going to be 39 points on the 25th. The Real TG on the 26th, 38 points. Blacklist on the 27th, 36 points. FTF Esports, 34 points, 28th position. The Stars, 29 points, 29th position, 33 points. FalaQ on the 30th position, 30 points. KPK Gaming on the 31st position, 30 points as well. So an HTeamXRange, 32nd position, 22 points. So apart from HTeamXRange, the others actually have a fighting chance if they get at least 2 chicken dinners for themselves in the remaining 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, that is totally true. Like, it just comes out to this, like, the amount of gameplay that they'll be playing, and if they have chicken dinners, or like, see, it's a pressurized situation for them, but if the teams at the bottom table, they just try like Aqua did, and if they just reach there, that's going to be something really good. I mean, Aqua last game was not that good for them, but then it was decent when the games when the day started. And talking about things, Bablu Pikachu hitting that 30 kills mark. Bablu goes. All right, I said something to you, like right?
Yeah, Danny is the one man who let you down.
But he's still like 22.
He had to be fourth.
He
He's
had to be fourth. He just needed like one more. If he had one more, that would have been just. Impressive. Like these guys are impressive at some level.
Definitely,
but definitely. And then he also has 22 kills for himself in the bank. But then after that is gonna be the thing, like 6 to 10. But then still 30, 25, 23, 22, 22. That's a lot good when you talk about the numbers. And the lead that Bablu overall has in their kills it's impressive. 100 kills for 100 kills. 3-digit kill marks overall the team has.
Yeah, exactly. And no one can get even close to them just because of how aggressive they are. But moving on to the next 5 kill leaders, Snake is going to be on the 21st position, 21 kills, 6th position, 7th position being taken by Vegeta from PES, 17 kills. And Hamid on 8th position, 16 kills from the side of RNG. Gaming Hub's KMD is going to be 9th, 16 kills. Fime's Flicker is going to be on the 10th with 16 kills as well. So there is a massive drop when you notice, when you see from the first to the second sort of set of kill leaders. And that just shows the style of play, the variety of style of play that's present in this tournament from the teams. Because you have these two let's bring the conversation back to Danny versus Snaker. You have these two amazing players who are responsible for engagement on their opponents, who are always the first one to start the fight, and they are always leading the damage charge, but somehow their styles are polar opposites to each other.
Yeah, I mean, see, it just depends. If you are comfortable in your style, if you want to go properly aggressive, or you want to go like thinking about the situations, then go aggressive. Like you need to be aware of your surroundings as well, or otherwise you're like, I'll just go in, I'll just charge in, you guys can either give me cover and all those things. So each and everything can just come out like each and every situation. If it favors you, it favors you. Otherwise, I mean, you can just lose the game. But these two teams were out there not losing any game. They had the spirit of fight in themselves, and that was just more than impressive. I mean, Bablu, for one, has had like 13 kills per game. That's how they are at 100. Like 12.5 kills. Let's keep it 13. You can't kill half person.
The game that they died in early on, I think they had like 5 or 7 in that one as well on Miramar. And that was when they died before the 10-minute mark. So that is the sort of team that this tournament has presented to us. And as we were talking about variety, there is a variety as well, because you have these amazing teams. Like Bablu is super aggressive. Then you have other teams who like to play a cold, calculated style of play. GH being one of them. And Arkadians, one of these veteran teams with a lot of known names among the community who come in and show up good performances every single time. But right now, the standings, they are still looking pretty good for all of them. On the other side, the last quarter, those teams need to make the push. And as we end the last game on Erangel, we are down to just 4 games per team remaining. Just 2 days remaining, the day tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. After that, the group stages are going to be over, and the top 24 teams, they will be moving on to the semi-final stage.
Yeah, that's gonna be like totally true. And after that, it's gonna be like, you know, the segment is gonna be like, from those 24, it's gonna be the fight for 16, and all like the things are gonna be, you know, this is gonna be in just one focusing direction, that who just stands out on the top at the end, because that is one thing that's gonna matter. So far it's Bablu. Let's see if there comes a team that just takes it away.
Alright, but that is definitely going to happen in a while. We are signing off for today. If you guys like our casting, you can follow us on our socials. My name is Varun Super Johnny John at iSuperJohnny. That is Ocean Sharma at Ocean Sharma, as most of you might know. We are signing off. Take care. Good night.